Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Matt's one-car, two-bedroom apartment with a home office/home gym insurance. We're good at Nick's SUV and farmhouse with a remodeled kitchen/art gallery insurance.
And we're good at the Wilbur suburban home with the two-car garage/rehearsal space insurance.
Have you seen my hockey socks?
Have you checked your sock drawer?
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Sharing happiness, displaying confidence, and promoting health. Your smile does a lot for you.
And at Riverstone Dental, we make smiles happen.
Across 2 locations at Riverstone Dental, our compassionate dentists and caring staff provides unparalleled care to patients of all ages. Using the latest technology and procedures, we offer an extensive list of general dentistry services. Whether you're stopping in for your routine cleaning and checkup, or you need restorative care, including implants, crowns, bridges, and more, we'll provide quick, comfortable care. Additionally, we perform orthodontic procedures as well. With traditional metal braces or the convenient Invisalign system, we can help you perfect your beautiful smile. Riverstone Dental. We make smiles happen.
If you're looking for new flooring, K&N Carpet has been locally owned and family operated for over 50 years. Owners Mike and Ella Clifton, along with their amazing staff, take great pride in serving you. Check out our showroom for a variety of manufacturers and distributors consisting of carpet, hardwood, ceramic, laminate, vinyl, LVT, and area rugs. K&N Carpet is the only Mohawk Floorscapes dealer in the Fort Wayne area. So give us a call at 260-639-3591 and come see the experts in flooring at 12108 US 27 South, or check us out on Facebook. At FM Investment Services, we continue to serve and advise our clients with dedication and experience, and our team includes 2 registered investment professionals. Lee Flickinger, with over 30 years of experience helping clients navigate their financial journeys, and Lori Garwood, bringing more than 25 years of investment expertise to the table. Together, Lee and Lori are committed to helping you achieve your financial goals, and supporting them is Tina Marbaugh, administrative assistant, who has 4.5 years of experience in the investment field. Call us today, 260-368-9939 to schedule your consultation. FM Investment Services, experience you can trust, advice you can count on.
When I wear Betsy's clothes, I feel confident. I feel like everything is very flattering. It's stylish, but yet modest. Her actual brand, those are my favorite clothes. Betsy stands out because her prices stay consistent. I like that she keeps her prices affordable, but I also like that it's trendy stuff too. So if you have an event coming up, you can always find something fun, something colorful, something different that not everybody else is gonna have.
At Decatur Dental Services, all of our offices provide complete dental care, including crowns, bridges, and dentures, teeth whitening, orthodontics and Invisalign, restorations, preventative care, cosmetics, and sports mouth guards. In Decatur, Botox and Juvederm are available as well. We have offices in Decatur, Geneva, Berne, Bluffton, and Warren to serve you. To learn more about our doctors, office hours, and insurance information, please visit DecaturDentalIN.com or like us on Facebook. New patients are always welcome, as are patient referrals, so contact us today.
For over 70 years, Bixler Insurance has provided financial protection for our communities.
We will protect your auto, home, farm, and business of any size.
We can protect your family with a life insurance policy and help navigate your health insurance options, including Medicare and marketplace products.
The world of insurance definitely has its ups and downs.
But as an independent agency, we have strong relationships with several companies to meet your specific needs.
Stop by or call us in Berne, Geneva, Decatur, Portland, or Woodburn.
Well, good evening and welcome to Bluffton High School, where tonight ACAC football is about to begin. Week 3 on the schedule between the host Bluffton Tigers and the visiting South Adams Starfires. I'm Seth Sprunger, joined by Ryan Walker. We've got Michael Vanderkolk pushing all the buttons to make sure we're still broadcasting for you. And high atop the press box, Brandon Trout is bringing you the sights tonight. This is going to be one of those games, to be perfectly honest with you, where South Adams actually gets to determine how good are they. I mean, I've got to be honest, this has been a weird first 2 weeks. Go to Marion Local if you're a South Adams Starfire fan. You go to Marion Local, play a team that won 64 games in a row, and you are witness to the 65th, and you say, yeah, we see why now. Then the following week, Belmont comes to town, and you beat them as bad as you were beaten. And so at this point, South Adams is really trying to figure out, okay, where are we? In fact, Bluffton completely on the other side. They had to battle and really got after it against Shenandoah. Did an outstanding job of rallying the troops. An unbelievable field goal from the freshman. Not afraid to knock that three-pointer through and get the win for his team. He's going to wear that for the rest of his life, and he did it as a freshman. And then a win against Manchester. This is a 2-0 team versus a 1-1 team. I think Bluffton has a little bit better understanding of who they are than South Adams does, but tonight we're finally going to have a better view of what South Adams represents.
Yeah, absolutely. Crazy way to start the season. Like you said, it's week 3. Like you said, it's week 3 for South Adams. We have absolutely no idea, how good truly this team is.
Well, we're going to be looking at it from the perspective of, trying to figure out, from South Adams' perspective particularly, does the line hold up? The line is good, but the line is small. The line doesn't have everything that it probably could and or should, but we have at least some athletes in these spots.
Right.
Now you have to worry about, can you match up with teams that are bigger? Can you hang with those? South Adams very seldom lines up across a team that is smaller than them. It's just not the case. For whatever reason, South Adams seems to have the smalls everywhere they go. Mm-hmm. Somehow, some way, Coach Mosier and his staff are able to flourish and get that thing under control. But Coach Kunkel has got to feel so good about what he's got here at Bluffton this year. Experience, size. And that first week, I still say that first week is an outstanding. It's a blessing. Mm-hmm. It's a blessing for what happened, because now they know what they can do, and when they get into a sticky situation, they're aware that they can come back and get it.
Mm-hmm. Right, and they pulled away with a victory, too, at Shenandoah in that week 1 game, and then they kind of Manchester, not a program to sleep on necessarily. It's a team that they did blow out by the final score, but it's a good test. It's not a team like maybe South Adams played last week, and it's just, 40-something to nothing in the first quarter. You can learn a little bit more from that Manchester game for Bluffton. So Bluffton, I think, more prepared, I guess, than South Adams is, but it's still a South Adams team that returns their quarterback, returns a lot of their skill positions, and returned a decent amount of players from last year. And that's a team that went on such a surprising run at the end of the year after going into the tournament 4-5 and winning the regional championship. What a cool run it was for the Starfires over in Berne. So they do know a decent amount, I'd say, about themselves, but another year of experience, another year of growth. Everybody on the team has aged another year, and you got to assume, hey, South Adams, this is a pretty impressive wild card in the ACAC this year to throw a wrench into things.
And there's so much balance in the ACAC.
Yeah.
I don't know that you can say, well, it's absolutely Adams Central, it's absolutely Heritage.
Mm-hmm.
Bluffton has it. This is going to be a fun year in ACAC football. I think Jay County is going to surprise a few people on occasion. I think Woodland will sneak up and really cause issues in a lot of spots. There are some teams here that are going to come in and upset the apple cart, if you will. And I look for this year in the ACAC conference to be just a blast. I look forward to each and every matchup. Southern Wells is still on the lower end, but they've got a coach that's excited, and he's building there, and you just got to be patient with the process. I think there's going to be something there in the very near future. I think they're just building and getting that going. But when you look across the rest of this conference, Bluffton is definitely one of the strongest. Adams Central, coming off of a state championship at the 2A level, means they obviously can. They graduate a lot of people, but still have a lot of people coming back.
Yep.
This conference is a lot of fun to look at from top to bottom.
It really is. Bluffton, I think Bluffton and Heritage both are going to say the same thing this year, though. It's not a success unless we win the ACAC and we can win a sectional this year. Heritage, it might be a little bit tougher for them being in 3A, but Bluffton this year, and it starts today against South Adams, a team that brings back a lot of guys, including their stud quarterback in Titus Lehman and some of their skill positions. It's a game where Bluffton knows they can't sleep on, but the run for a conference championship, which has not been done very often in Bluffton's football history, it begins tonight, and it's a good South Adams team.
Well, I got to be honest, that last year, that postseason run was just something to watch. Go to try in the sectional round. You're crossing I-70, if you're wondering, in sectional, mind you, to go play try, and try just blows South Adams' doors off in the first half. South Adams stuns try to the point where they're not sure, what do we do now? They had put it in their back pocket. They were done. And then from there, go to Madison Grant and upset a Madison Grant team that was pretty sure they were going to be stamping their passport. It was just absolutely crazy to watch. Then they host regional, get the win there, and then have to go up to North Judson, which is in another time zone in the Chicago area, and just ran out of gas there. It was a cold, wet night on a natural surface, and you don't make excuses, but the field of play is just vastly different from all kinds of games that they have played, and I don't know that they really adjusted to that well, in addition to the fact that North Judson was pretty awful good.
Yeah, that's very true. But I will say that Coach Mosier would say, hey, if you got a regional championship out of it, would you take this season as a success?
No question.
Absolutely,
no
we
question.
would. And that's a year that gives so much confidence, I feel like, for this group of kids that are coming back, for the Starfires. And there's definitely momentum, I think, that carries from the last season to this year. You could have gone from 4-5, 5-5, just an average year on paper, to, hey, we can beat some really good teams, including in our conference, and gain some more confidence throughout the year. And, hey, we're bringing back our quarterback. We're bringing back a couple running backs and defensive players and wide receivers. We can do something with this. It's a totally different vibe change when you're in the off-season workouts and in the weight room.
I tell you what, after you look at the South Adams season, you look at the current Bluffton roster, and South Adams has to look at it and say, okay, who do we defend on this play? There are weapons from the left to the right, in the backfield, and across the offensive line. Cooper Craig, Kamel Moore, who's going to carry it? And to be honest with you, Rut Row, I hope somebody has an idea. Number 13, Axton Best, has really grown from his freshman stature to his junior. I mean, it's amazing what high school does to a kid. The guy is 6'2", 200 pounds worth of quarterback. Somebody that's going to be very difficult to deal with. You throw it to guys like Strevler. You throw it to, you go up one side, down the other. There's just weapons, and South Adams got to figure out what to do when there's three receivers plus an insane running back there. Coach Scott Steiner, the defensive coordinator, is, I'm sure, has lost some sleep this week trying to figure this out.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not sure if you're in the Madden realm, but I guess turning the sliders down on the penalties for 12 men on the field, that might be the best option for South Adams. But you're right. This is my second game watching Bluffton this year. Of course, I've covered them for a couple of years now with returning starters in Streveler and Birch and the two guys in the backfield, Craig and Moore. Craig has been the workhorse over the last 2 years. Kamel has just been bitten by the injury bug a little bit, but he is more than healthy, looking like his freshman campaign towards the end of his sophomore year campaign, and he's looking like a true lightning back to Cooper Craig being kind of a mixture of a Thunder lightning back. And those two will also be featured behind Axton Best, who can be the leading rusher on any given night. So if we will try to win the line of scrimmage, we'll load up the box. Right, where A.J. Streveler and Eli Birch would have a word to say to the South Adams defense, or
it might be
any opposing. Yes, exactly. They might have two words. Thank you, A.J. Streveler. I've been keeping track of this. Coach Kunkel said he's very close to breaking Jake McKinley's record for total catches and yards in a career. He needs 112 in the career and just under 1,300 yards. Needs 20 more catches and 327 yards this season, barring an injury. That should happen. I don't want to jinx him, but barring an injury, that should happen. And then Eli Birch in his first week had over 100 yards. And it's just how do you cover a team like Bluffton? I'm interested to see how South Adams will give Bluffton a test.
Stay healthy. Be in the flow. I think it's going to be absolute, no question, for Mr. Streveler. We're going to take a break here on the Christian Care Retirement Community pregame show, and we will be back with more right after this on Witness Media.
At Moser Motors, we got you covered. From plug-in hybrids to full electric vehicles.
From small trucks to the F-150, all the way up to Super Duties, Moser Motors has got you covered.
From small SUVs to mid-size SUVs, up to large SUVs, Moser Motors has you covered.
And be sure to come in and check out our lineup of Lincolns.
Heavy-duty mechanics trucks with welders, air compressors, and cranes. Dump trucks in every size. You need to move a couple thousand gallons of water? We got the truck. Full commercial shop for your heavy truck service needs. When you think about it, Moser Ford has a vehicle for almost every single application.
You're not just a homeowner, you're also a double-pane window that apparently weighs 800 pounds owner, an inconveniently located electrical outlet owner, and a kitchen floor made for triple axles owner. Fortunately, you're also an American Standard owner, which means you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going, no matter what happens. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Or American Standard dealer, Don Myers, Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
When you order an East of Chicago pizza, you get a pizza done right. A delicious East of Chicago pizza is created with dough made fresh every morning, your choice of thin or specialty crust, a savory blend of cheeses, and the tastiest toppings. For a limited time, you can enjoy a delicious large two-topping pizza from East of Chicago for just $9.99. Available in Berne for a limited time. The next time you order pizza in Berne, remember, East of Chicago is pizza done right.
Apartment living at its best with an exceptional location and affordable living. Located on 000 Road in Berne, Eastview Apartments are currently offering spacious 2-bedroom apartment homes with full-size washer, dryer, range, refrigerator, dishwasher, disposal, free maintenance, private entrances, balcony or patio, and much more. Please call 260-589-8602 for further information. We know you will be proud to call Eastview Apartments your home.
At First Bank of Berne, we believe strong local communities are good for everyone. It's why we invest in the lives and dreams of the people, businesses, and farmers in our hometowns. When you bank locally, our communities prosper because money is deposited, invested, and spent locally. At First Bank of Berne, improving the financial futures of those in our local communities is at the heart of everything we do.
When you walk through our doors, you'll find smiling faces, exceptional service, and a sense of family. With trusted financial solutions tailored to you. Discover the difference today. Financial Partners Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA. So you think you found the right guy on social media? It could be that person isn't who you thought they were. If you don't give out your personal information, you won't be a victim of fraud. A message brought to you by Financial Partners Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
This is Ben Berman, your local State Farm insurance agent. As a Wells County resident for over a decade, my goal is to help my neighbors get the insurance coverage they need. I prioritize small town values like community, customer service, and lending a helping hand. Call for a quote, visit our office, or request an online quote today. From home, auto, renters, or life insurance, my team can help you protect what matters most.
Do you have sports injuries, knee pain, shoulder pain, headaches, arthritis pain, or just want to maintain a healthy lifestyle? Reynolds Chiropractic is the answer. Dr. Jade utilizes gentle, low-force, instrument-assisted, and hands-on adjusting. Dr. Jade treats patients of all ages, from birth to the very mature. Dr. Jade will help your injuries heal faster and help you live a more active and pain-free life. They offer BioFree, Sombra, pillows, back braces, and orthomolecular supplements. Dr. Jade is currently accepting new patients, so make your appointment today and visit Reynolds Chiropractic, where patient comfort and care are our first priority.
And we're back here at Bluffton High School, continuing on the Christian Care Retirement Community pregame show.
Christian Care Retirement Community is a nonprofit organization dedicated to enriching senior living with Christian values and compassionate quality care. We provide a wide assortment of comfortable living options for various needs with all three levels of care. Call 260-565-3000 to see how we can enrich your or your loved one's life.
Look at this fleet of junior cheerleaders here at Bluffton High School tonight.
You can't tell they're from Bluffton. They're wearing black and yellow.
They're being very, very hospitable is what they are.
Did you put them to this? Did you provide the T-shirts?
I don't have that kind of cash. I got to be honest.
I understand.
No, I got to be. When you look at what this is, I mean, these are the nights. These girls are going nuts, and we're at the break. We see these girls coming, and all these girls are looking for their families, and their families are waving back down, and you got moms and dads both just waving like crazy until they make eye contact, and as soon as the eye contact is made, she's just beaming. It's like, oh, this is so cool. I mean, this is why some of these people will be here just tonight.
Yeah.
And hopefully a game that comes out here and entertains people will bring them back. It's part and parcel of the package here. But good bit of competition in some area games around here. Be interesting to see Adams Central spending their first week, which could have been in the conference, but when you have an odd number, it doesn't work. They're actually going to be at Muncie Central, and they beat Muncie Central at home last year. This year they go to Muncie Central, so it should be an interesting game there.
Yeah, anytime you play a school with Muncie in the front of it, you never know what you're going to get. You could be running yourself into some trouble or just kind of some question marks. So I'm sure the film room was pretty busy for Adams Central, but playing them last year, of course.
But it's going to be it's hard to predict. I mean, how do they feel going into an environment that big?
Yeah,
who knows?
It's a good test for them.
It's been one of those years where, hey, they win the first week 7-0 against a team that beat them last year. Very successful last week against Eastside as well. We're going to take a break as the national anthem is about to be played, and we'll be back with more right here on Witness Media.
We've recently undergone a name change. Why the name change? Well, quite honestly, it's because trademarks matter. What's not changing is us, our processes, our approach. Now, why Flight Financial Advisors? For any flight to be successful, we need to have a lot of training, a lot of coordination, a lot of planning, and a team behind you. We want to be your flight team, help you chart the path, mitigate risks, and get you to your destination safely.
You finally found the perfect car in Racing Blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Call Toby, Kyle, Barb, or Mark for your insurance needs today.
Keep going, more.
Passion. It's inside the barn at 5 a.m. It's dirty boots, calloused hands, and the energy to keep going. Passion is every step, again and again. Passion. It's giving it the best you've got. It's hard work that pays off. Show right. Feed your passion.
Are you looking for a place where Christian values meets compassionate care? Christian Care Retirement Community has an independent living, assisted living, specialized memory care, and their new short-term rehabilitation program designed for the best in recovery. The mission of Christian Care is enriching senior living with Christian values and compassionate service, rooted in faith, guided by love, and dedicated to respect and stewardship. Join them in the experience to support community where Christian values shine through. Christian Care Retirement Community, where faith and care come together.
I'm Phyllis Rice, and I've lived here just 1 year. I fell and broke my hip, and so walking is the best thing for me. And this is a wonderful place to walk.
Here at Adams Woodcrest, we offer assisted living with your independence in mind. We welcome your small furry friends. Come enjoy an outdoor stroll on our lovely grounds or participate in numerous activities with friends and residents. Adams Woodcrest is extraordinary living where everyone is family.
Ace is the only hardware retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint at over 3,800 stores. With Benjamin Moore's premium quality, huge selection of colors, plus Ace's award-winning service, you can be confident you're getting the best. Then buy in store or online for curbside pickup or free delivery. When you want the best, Benjamin Moore paint from Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their paint. Your local Ace has everything you need, and since we're right around the block, we'll deliver your paint for free.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Are you in the market for a used vehicle, or are you looking for a rental van or trailer? CMA Truck and Auto provides a variety of vehicles in a variety of price ranges, and Swiss City Vans offers rental services for a range of equipment. We invite you to visit us in person at the south edge of Berne on US 27, or to visit us online at cmatruckandauto.com, where you can sort our inventory by price range. You can also visit our Facebook page, where we keep in touch with our customers and promote giveaways. Enjoy the vehicle buying process without hidden fees or high-pressure sales at CMA.
Here at Berne Ready Mix, building strong communities is not just something we say. It's something we do. We are proud to be a part of the residential, commercial, industrial, and municipal projects in the communities we serve. Contact us to discuss your next project.
Back here at Bluffton High School, we are just seconds away from getting this one started as the coin flip is about to begin here on the Christian Care Retirement Community Pre-Game Show. You know, this is the first ACAC contest for both teams in this school year, and this is always the first ACAC game between these two. It's always Bluffton and South Adams in week 3, which for conference purposes is week 1. And, there's so many names on both sides that are familiar. You don't always get that. Starting quarterbacks are the same. Starting receivers are the same. Running backs are the same. There's just a lot of recognizable names in those positions. These guys know what to expect. The scouting has been obvious. And one of the coolest parts about this, if you ever see these two coaches together, you think they may have been born into the same family. I mean, Coach Kunkel and Coach Mosier just get along so well. And there's great competition. Of course, they want to beat each other's brains out here on a Friday night, but there's a lot of respect on both sides for the other program. And Coach Kunkel is not going to look past Coach Mosier. Coach Mosier is not going to look past Coach Kunkel. These are the fun ones. I mean, great relationship. Not only the head coaches, but a lot of these assistant coaches are familiar with one another. It's just one of those games where when you come in, you're going to be razzing this guy. You got to go talk to this guy, and then get ready to get this game going in the direction that you want it to go. But South Adams in their road whites, white pants, white jerseys, black numerals, yellow trim, and their black helmets. And Bluffton looking good in all red from head to toe with those black numerals and white trim. And South Adams will kick the ball away. Aaron Strevler is the deep man to return as Manny Juarez will put a right foot into this one to get it started. As we move on to the Sprunger and Sprunger first quarter.
Founded by Corey and Allison Sprunger, from adoption to advanced elder law planning and everything in between, Sprunger and Sprunger is a full-service law firm with offices in Berne, Bluffton, Portland, Waynedale, Angola, and Fort Wayne. It is easy and convenient to visit Sprunger and Sprunger for all your legal needs.
Juarez checks to see if everybody's ready, and he puts a right foot into it, and it will be caught at about the 15-yard line. This will be Cooper Craig on the return. He's got a little room, and he's going to catch all of the 40-yard line there. A nice little cutback. And I believe if he turns, he'll help me out. I'm pretty sure I know who it is, and I do. That is number 54, Hal Ringer, on the special teams stop. But Craig will get all the way out to the 41-yard line. Good starting position here for the Tigers.
That's what Craig did all last week. Had 245 all-purpose yards last week. That includes 101 on kick returns and 54 on punt returns. He was getting the Tigers in good field position all game long.
So 5 receivers, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Best brings one over, now brings him behind him. And the give is going to go up the middle, and not a bad job on the interior here for the Starfires as Craig got the carry. But the conversion tackle led by Dakota Miller, 5'9", 255-pound senior. Brings him down for a 2-yard gain, at least 2nd and 8.
It's always interesting to see two conference opponents in week 3. How much do you show in your playbook from, the first 2 weeks? You don't want to expose too much, but you also want to get W's on the board too. Looking forward to see how Coach Kunkel orchestrates this offense today, as well as Coach Mosier.
Again, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. And now, instead of motioning out, Best is going to take off with it, and he's got some space. He cuts back, and he will not quite get first down yard. Maybe close. And actually, they're going to say yes. They're going to give him the Starfire 49-yard line and a first down run, 8 yards for Axton Best. And really not a tackle. I don't know that you would give a tackle there. Best kind of tripping and lunging forward. But I know Minger was in the neighborhood for the Starfires. 1st and 10 for Bluffton on the Starfire 49. So now the trips are on the right side, the snap, and it is Craig, and he will be wrapped up at about the 46. And it was Herring that came up with the stop for the Starfires. They're going to give him just on the inside of that 46-yard line. So it'll bring up 2nd and about 7. Beautiful night for football. We have not had any nights at all, and I'm sure you are in the same boat. Weather has been ideal all the way through. Hasn't been we have to have a water timeout night ever. I mean, ever.
Yeah.
It's so nice. I can't even tell you how nice that is. Just, I mean,
a little bit more brisk.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get, but in this case, we're thrilled. Again, it's Craig, and again, South Adams does a nice job of stymieing the initial surge, and give the credit to number 54, Hal Ringer. This junior has made a couple of nice tackles here, and it's third and manageable in 3rd and 6, but I'm sure they would like to see a 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4.
Yeah, South Adams done a nice job up front early on this opening drive for Bluffton, keeping Cooper Craig from breaking through that first line of defense.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Best has Craig behind him. Calls for the ball and goes that way. Into the flat and knocked away. It's going to be Somerset that bats it down. Goes high in the air with both hands. Not sure which one got the football, but it was batted down either way. And it looks an awful lot like Bluffton is bringing in the special teams unit to punt this away.
That was a good play early on for the Starfire's defense to force Bluffton to punt on their opening drive. You know how talented this offense is for Tigers. Nice play from West Somerset.
So it'll be number 28, the junior Will Patterson, to receive this kick. He's standing at the Starfire 10-yard line. And the punt is high end over end, and I got a feeling if he lets that go, and he's not going to, he's going to take off with it. Keeps his balance, cuts back, and I think he's going to get the 10-yard line. His forward motion will be stopped in that ballpark.
Yep.
Good hustle there. The first one there looked to be Jacob Kephart. Now, he had help, but there was a convergence of red jerseys, and nowhere for Patterson to go.
Yeah, I'd like to see if he lets that go not out of bounds, but in the end zone.
Felt like it was going to be a touchback if he lets it go.
Even if it's inside the 5, it's still a risk I think you'd want to take.
So 1st and 10 for the Starfires from their own 9-yard line, with Titus Lehman standing in the shotgun position. He's got 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Patterson behind him. And the snap. Lehman across the middle, and it's picked off. It's right into the hands. Somerset somehow had a breakup on his route. Not real sure what happened there, but right into the arms of Aaron Jessup, the 5'11", 154-pound senior DB. Comes in and says, why, thank you very much. Thrown right to him, and Bluffton right back with the football.
There was a Bluffton defender, I'm not sure which number it was, but that got in the backfield. I'm wondering if he altered the throw from Lehman, who just threw it right to Jessup there.
Well, it looked like Wes Somerset was supposed to be the intended receiver, but Somerset did not get his head around, and Jessup was there to bring it in. So now trips to the right for Bluffton. They've got 2 to the left, with Craig now being called back in behind Best. The snap and the give to Craig, and he will be wrapped up, gained down to the 20, and the first one to make contact was number 55, Nathan Plattner. He will get the 20-yard line. He'll pick up 3. It's 2nd and 7. You know, this has been one of those drives that Bluffton, I don't know if it's rope-a-dope. I don't know if it's no, we're going to run it, and then all of a sudden unleash one that really kind of takes the defensive backs, puts them on their heels a little bit. But right now they're doing what they can just to, hey, let's get some yards on the ground. Let's be safe and consistent with it. Let's establish the run. And now they've got a man in motion there. Craig has a little bit more room this time. He will not pick up first down yardage, but he's got a 3rd and manageable coming up with Minger bringing him down at about the 15, maybe the 14. So Craig with a nice little run and a good lead block there from number 8, Declan Greaser. And when you have 6'2", 199 pounds of Greaser going through, you're just fine with that convoy.
Yep. He's a big man for, quote unquote, big man for the basketball team as well. I'm not sure if you qualify 6'2" as that, but high school basketball, you can get that sometimes. But yeah, it's, Coach Kunkel clearly trying to establish the run and make South Adams maybe try to sell it a little bit more and use the arm of Best later on.
Now Moore in the backfield, and he's going to get his first carry, and he will very likely get first down yardage. Not much more, but I believe they're going to move the sticks. Minger and I believe Miller in on that stop, but it is enough for a Tiger first down. So down to the 13-yard line go the Tigers. So, again, just being very disciplined and staying on the ground. Everything right now from Coach Kunkel is let's run it at him, and maybe it's let's wear him out. Let's try to make them feel like there's not a whole lot you can do to stop this run. And if they redo their defense, change things up, do they go to the throw? And it's a throw here. They're going to lob it up into the corner, and it's knocked away. Good defensive play. Oh, they're going to throw the flag in the corner. That was intended for Birch, as the young man who had that really big first week. And I believe Litweiler was in on the coverage, and I think he's going to get whistled.
Yeah, I thought that it was just more of a one-on-one opportunity there. Not sure if it warranted a flag unless and
there's
officials closer by.
There's two flags.
Yeah, there's one by the sideline, I'm sure.
So let's see what this is.
Yeah.
So both of them. Okay, that one is a sideline warning.
I was going to say, I think maybe the Starfire coaching staff was a little fired up about that one. I didn't want to speculate that, but a flag right next to the coaching staff, it's a good indicator.
The penalty moves it to the 7. It's half the distance to the goal, and now first and goal from the 7. And a loaded backfield now for Best. And the ball is on the floor. I tell you, there was a bit of a discrepancy on, I think, who was going to handle that football. Very fortunately, Craig was able to come and get it. No gain, maybe a slight loss there, but wow, to have that loaded backfield and to have that. Obviously that was a play they were looking forward to running at that point in time. And for the ball to hit the deck, I'm sure Coach Kunkel not thrilled with that at all.
Bluffton's had a few times this year where they've just struggled handling the football at times. They've been able to recover just about, I think, every single time. But that can't be an issue that you want to bank on every week, is just recovering it yourself.
Best looks, the man cutting through, and it's knocked away. And a flag out here on this near side. It was tipped. So now does the tip allow even for a pass interference, or is this something where Bluffton went early? Don't know.
Now, it wasn't a dead play, so false start would be surprising.
So an illegal shift is what they're going to say. And South Adams has declined the penalty. So it's now 3rd and goal from the 8.
Yeah, Strevler trying to get out on a little bit of a screen. Maybe didn't come set or got too early of a start.
So Best will head back in and bring the play in from his coach. Here on 3rd and goal from the 8 with trips to the left and 2 to the right. Best, and he's going to look to run it, and he is going to have a problem. Converging are the Starfires, and it'll bring up 4th and goal from the 5 as he was trying to find a way through. But a good pursuit on the Starfire side with Litweiler, Ringer, and Plattner all making the stop. Now you bring in your freshman kicker, and this is closer than what he had to worry about in week 1. So you got to think, and I watched him warming up here before the game. He's got plenty of range. This is not going to be anything more than the chip shot for this young man. Yeah, but he'll kick it from the 11-yard line. So about a 21-ish. So Ribbich is ready. The kick looks good, and it is. 4:52 left here in this first quarter. Again, brought to you by Sprunger & Sprunger. It is 3-0 Tigers. We'll be back with more right after this on Witness Media.
Come see us at Gia & Co. Boutique in Berne, Indiana. We offer women's clothing with inclusive sizing, accessories, and more. We are open in store Tuesday through Saturday with new arrivals every week. Or you can always shop with us online at www.giaandcoboutique.com. Make sure to follow us on all of our socials to keep up with all things Gia. Our team cannot wait to see you in store soon to help with all your fashion wants and needs.
Back here at Bluffton High School, 3-0 on that Freedom Automotive scoreboard.
Experience the ultimate freedom at Freedom Automotive Group of Bluffton. Our dedicated team is committed to going above and beyond to ensure you feel at ease in our showroom with our hassle-free financing options customized to meet your unique financial situation.
So the right foot of Abram Garrett will be called on here. 6'4", 170-pound junior. The Starfires await the kick. 4:51 again left in this Sprunger and Sprunger first quarter, and a high end over end that's going to go to that far side. Dropped for a second, brought back up, and a little room down that left side. A cutback and a spin, and a nice return from number 5, Easton Odell. Despite a little bobble, he'll get outside the 35, maybe the 36 or 37. Good coverage beyond. Once he got met up with some Tigers, boy, there was a lot of them. And I think the first to make the hit was number 34, Griffin Morgan. And when Griffin hits you, I think you're aware of it.
I don't want to be hit by Griffin Morgan.
I'm not in line for that.
By a baseball or with pads on or without, for that matter.
6 foot, 212 pounds worth of I'm going to tackle you. 1st and 10 from the 35. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Lehman moving his back. Patterson, now he gives back and gives it to Will. Will looking for somewhere to go. He's got a little room past this side. Goes airborne, and the catch is made by number 14, Aaron Jessup.
Jessup's had a really nice year for Bluffton so far, and you can see why. He can get out in speed and get guys going each way.
A gain of 1 and a speed up here. Across the way. There is McCain looking for somewhere to go. He'll get the first down, and I think the tackle is made by number 25, Alexander Meckling. Meckling with a nice open field tackle. I mean, McCain had a nice little cutback there, and if that's not a clean tackle, that could have been problems. So a nice play, and 1st and 10 for the Starfires. Now trips to the right. Lehman looks, throws to the right. Somerset has it, cuts through. Hits the accelerator and lowers the shoulder, and he'll get another first down for the Starfires as he crosses to the 45-yard line. And number 64, Cooper Jenkins, with the stop.
A lot of quick hits for South Adams, as expected, with their offense. Get Titus Lehman rolling after that opening drive interception.
3 on the left side, 1 on the right. Patterson in the backfield with Titus. Lehman brings it. And he finds McCain again. McCain with a nice move, a spin, and they'll be brought down shy of the 35-yard line. A nice stop there by number 84, Elijah Birch. But right now, South Adams is taking what is there, and it seems that sort of middle receiver in that 3 wide receiver formation on that side, it seems to be given the most room. And now Lehman keeps it and probably should have given it. I'm not sure what Patterson would have been able to do on that, but trying to read that. And now South Adams will go quickly on 3rd and short as Lehman is brought down for a loss at the 37. It's 3rd and 3.
Interesting formation on the top of your screen.
And all kinds of motion and movement, and that is not at all what Coach wanted. A false start, and take your pick on who it was that false started. I got a feeling that the center may not have been sure of when, because a lot of people went and he didn't snap it.
It's an interesting formation. There's 4 receivers? Kind of. There was 3 bunched up in a row and then 1 trailing. It was a hurry up too, so I guess not totally surprised there was a false start before that play.
And now 3rd and 8 with 5 receivers now, and now, little chip. The screen is set up. Can they get anywhere? Jax is stopped. Good job there by the Tigers. And now we got a flag. This looks like it could be in the neighborhood of, say, a face mask or something. I'm not sure, but let's see what we've got here.
The officials are mic'd up, too, so we're able to hear it.
And it's a 5-yard face mask, which if you add it to the end of the play, will give the Starfires a first down.
It's a good break for South Adams. Had a nicely run halfback screen play there. Tigers were able to cover it up, but with the face mask, it'll keep this drive going.
And it's a first down now on the 34-yard line. So Jax Warner with the catch, and I did not see whose hand got up into the face mask. But now trips to the right, one to the left. Lehman looks, fires across the middle. It's Somerset, and Somerset is a load, and he brings it down inside the 20. The tackle's going to be given to number 14, Aaron Jessup. And Somerset, I tell you, that's another one of those juniors. It's amazing what happens to fellas when they go from sophomore to junior. Mm-hmm. It's just, that's what you look like.
Yeah, it's a different type of growth spurt for some.
And Bluffton will jump. I think it was Jake Boots, 6'4", 205-pound senior linebacker. Came across the line, could not stop himself. And the penalty will now put the ball down at the 13. So 1st and 5 with trips to that left side. Lehman in the out route. He's got McCain. McCain will pick up the first down and be knocked out of bounds at about the 2. So a nice little out pattern. McCain and Lehman, I promise you, over the course of the summer, did that several hundred times. The stop made by number 32, Cooper Craig. So 1st and goal from the 2. Chance for the Starfires to try to take the lead here with 1:34 left in this Sprunger first quarter. And it's going to be Somerset given the football, and he's going to be knocked down short. Good defensive play up the middle, led by Declan Greaser. Greaser makes the stop, little to no gain, if any, there. And the jump pass, it's complete for the touchdown. A little tight end dump out on the right side, and the touchdown is thrown to number 20, Gavin Herring, and South Adams strikes with the passing touchdown. I don't know if Gavin Herring was in the scouting report. I believe that's going to be Gavin Herring's first touchdown that I'm aware of, unless he, in some extra time and other last year, did he get something in a late game? But he is not normally the key target. And now here's Manny Juarez, who will try to put on the extra. The kick looks good, and it is. With 1:08, it's the Starfires, who have put 7 on the board to Bluffton's 3. We'll be back with more right after this on Witness Media.
Freedom Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Bluffton is where power meets adventure. From Ram trucks built to work to Chryslers built for your family and Jeeps built to explore, we've got it all. Freedom Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Your road starts here. At Swiss Village, our mission is simple: pursuing life together. Every day, we create a community where life is full, active, and meaningful. Here, neighbors become friends, team members feel like family, and every moment matters. Whether you're searching for a vibrant place to live or a rewarding place to work, you'll find it here at Swiss Village. Swiss Village, pursuing life together. Learn more at swissvillage.org.
Back here at Bluffton High School as we ready ourselves for the Manny Juarez kick. South Adams with the drive, starting at the 35-yard line, and completed by a 2-yard touchdown pass from Titus Lehman to Gavin Herring. And now Juarez will kick it to that same side as before. Craig will take it. Cuts back, and he's looking for somewhere to go. Cuts back again. Gets around the side. He's got the wheels, and he's going down the sideline, and finally chased down after a great return on the near sideline. The touchdown-saving stop by Nolan Colpert.
Just something about Cooper Craig this year, returning kicks and punts. He's just found himself some lanes. It's been good blocking on special teams from Bluffton, and Cooper Craig just finding another gear and just being able to evade those would-be tacklers.
And Cooper Craig, is going to be rewarded for his effort by allowing him to, stand on the side for just a second and catch his breath.
Yep.
And no harm there because Kamel Moore now in there behind Best. Trips to the right, one to the left. Drop back, and the throw is complete. Laser beam into the middle receiver, and the pass is complete to Trayton Bustos. Bustos with an 8-yard reception will make a nice and manageable 2nd and 2 here for Bluffton.
Good to get Bustos going. Just one catch on the year so far. He's a pretty important piece to this receiving core. Good to see him going early on, as he had 20 catches last year. Just hasn't been able to get some of those receptions so far this year.
4 receivers again, 2 on both sides. Moore in the backfield, now 1 in motion. The fake give there. Moore has a little seam, but I think it's going to be a combination of number 74, Drew Subler, number 55, Nathan Plattner, that put an end to that scamper, and about 1.5 yards. So 3rd and only maybe 1.5 feet. And that's going to be it for quarter number 1. The Sprunger first quarter ends with a 7-3 advantage for the Starfires over the Tigers. We'll be back with a Baumgartner turning second right after this on Witness Media.
Ms. Lehman Realtors and Auctioneers have been serving this great community since 1960.
We are here to help you through all stages of life.
From commercial properties
to auctions
to farmland and equipment
and owning your first home.
We have the expertise and experience you can count on.
Visit us in person or online at mslehman.com.
For nearly 70 years, Baumgartner attorneys have provided dependable legal services to you, your parents, and your grandparents.
With both Dave and Nick Baumgartner providing legal services, you can be assured that we'll be here for generations to come. Whether your legal needs include estate planning, estate settlements, real estate, corporations, LLCs, or personal injury, we're here to serve you.
So come and visit us in Berne or call 589-3139. Baumgartner Attorneys, legal services for you and your family.
Back here at Bluffton High School, ready for our second quarter to be underway on a 3rd and very short for the Tigers as we flip sides of the field. Trips to the right, 1 to the left for the Tigers. As Axton Best ready to take the snap to begin this second quarter. Again, brought to you by Baumgartner Attorneys. He's going to take it himself. And nice job of breaking the initial tackle. He's able to get through the initial stop from Dakota Miller. Miller does make the stop, but not until Axton Best will get the 24-yard line and a key first down there to keep this drive alive for the Tigers.
Been pretty impressed by South Adams up front guys, the top 4, and then the linebackers cleaning up the tackles for the Tigers. Really haven't gotten much going on the ground, and that includes their quarterback, Axton Best.
Trips to the right again here. Best takes a look at what the Starfires have defensively. Fakes to one way, and he's going to look for somewhere to go. Pass is complete, but this is going to be a loss. Good pursuit from the Starfires. They had stemmed a lot of options, and when it goes to Bustos, he is surrounded, and Somerset will clean up the action there. The tackle made at the 28, which will amount to a loss of about 4. So bring it 2nd and 14. Good defensive play there from the Starfires. So Subler had pressure on the one side. You had Herring bearing down on the other, and there was really not a whole lot of option there just to get it out of the hands. And Bustos just didn't have any blocking once he got the football. Trips to the left. Best is going to roll that way. Looking, and he has a man in the flat and an immediate tackle by Will Patterson. But the completion is out there to number 11, Aaron Strevler, a very familiar name in this Bluffton offense. Strevler, 6 foot, 193 pounds senior. And now 3rd and about 8 as the ball resting on the 22. So you got to think that Bluffton's probably going to go to the air here, but it certainly doesn't mean they have to go deep. we haven't seen much of a deep attack yet, but this can be something where you throw shallow and get some blocking for one of your better backs with the ball in their hand. Best looking. And he is going to go into the corner. He's got a man, and it's caught. And a flag. The touchdown is completed to Aaron Strevler as he reels it in from 22 on 3rd and 8. Best to Strevler has Bluffton on the scoreboard again.
The official's microphone was
the official is basically saying, I'm not going to expect them to take this penalty. So they obviously decline the penalty and accept the touchdown, which puts Bluffton back on top. They've got a 9-7 advantage right now, trying to make it 10-7.
That's been A.J. Strevler all year, just catching touchdown passes. That's his 5th touchdown on just 8 catches.
Oh, high snap, and did he get it through? He did. What a recovery right there.
Nothing to see here, a good PAT.
Hey, great kick, but tip of the cap to the holder. Goodness gracious.
That'd be Maddox White, also a younger underclassman for the Tigers.
Well executed. It's 9:46 left in this Baumgartner Tourney's second. We'll be back with the kick right after this on Witness Media.
We are Best One.
The best tires, the best customer service.
Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Visit our store or bestoneofmonroe.com to shop tires, request an appointment, and more. See these? See us at Best One of Monroe, selling tires, serving people.
Back here at Bluffton High School, and as it turns out, it is not a declined penalty. They get to take it on the kick. So the penalty from the pass interference is actually going to allow Bluffton to kick it from the Starfire 45. So one would think
just kick it in the end zone
that Abram Garrett might be able to just land this in the end zone.
Now, you could try to kick it high in the air, too, and get some of your speed guys to cover.
And they elect not to.
Screw that idea, I
Into
guess.
the end zone for a touchback. South Adams will take over at the 20. So South Adams' last drive started at the 35-yard line, ended with a 2-yard touchdown pass. Saw Derek McCain in the mix several times on that drive on some shallow passes. So a 1st and 10 from the 20 here. We'll see what South Adams does on play number 1.
This is also our Baumgartner Attorneys second quarter. For nearly 75 years, Baumgartner Attorneys has provided superior legal services to the families of Adams, Wells, and Jay counties.
Pitch to the right, cut back from Patterson. He's looking for some room, and he runs into Craig out there on the right side, and I think he got a yard, maybe 2. Good tackle there by number 32, Cooper Craig. One junior taking down another. 2nd and 9, and we have 3 receivers to the left side here for the Starfires. Into the flat, it's Somerset. And he will go right down the middle and pick up a Starfire first down as the safeties converge to bring down Big West Somerset.
So difficult to cover this South Adams scheme with just the quick hit throws. You just never know where each wide receiver is going to go.
Declan Greaser made the stop. And now trips. And now more of a tight end position here for Somerset. They switch plays. And Titus calls for the football, gets it. And the ball's on the ground. And
Declan Greaser, I believe, picked that one up.
Greaser with the recovery. Not a real early point, but the ball hits the floor, and Greaser comes up with it. So I don't know if it was a missed handoff or the ball just came out of Titus Lehman's hands, but the ball laying on the ground and Greaser there to pick it up at the 31, and great field position for the Tigers as they try to add to their 3-point lead.
That's a killer for South Adams. Thought their offense was rolling pretty well on that last drive. Tigers take the lead and now can definitely take advantage of their second turnover now.
3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Best. Again, a change in the call here. Best looks. He's going to fire it into the corner, looking, and it is caught behind the play. What a catch by Bustos. He goes up and over. It looked an awful lot like Will Patterson was in a great position, and Bustos able to reel it in from behind him. What a catch behind the defender for another Bluffton touchdown.
Patterson was in great position there. It was just a great throw by Axton Best to drop it in the bucket, and then Trey Bustos going up and snatching that one out of midair. That's a great pitch and catch.
So Maddox White, who was rather a magician in his last hold, much easier this time. And the extra point looks good, and it is. Quickly, it goes from 10-7 to 17-7 on a fumble and a quick strike. And 17-7 is what Bluffton enjoys right now with 8:41 left in this first half. Back with more right after this.
Are you sick of working 12-hour shifts and weekends at your current job? Come join our team at Smith Brothers Berne, where we pride ourselves in providing our employees with a family atmosphere, a Monday through Friday work week, and a clean and air-conditioned work environment. Our employees are not required to wear uniforms and can listen to music while they work. Starting wages are $16 to $21 an hour at the end of their first year, with yearly bonus incentives and a competitive benefits package. Apply online at smithbrothersfurniture.com or in person at 356 Monroe Street in Berne.
Back here at Bluffton High School as Stuypile back there to receive with Easton Odell. As Garrett end over end, and this is going to be Manny Juarez who picks it up at the 20. And Juarez will go down the sideline to be knocked out of bounds at about the 34 as the stop is made by number 8, Declan Greaser. So shallow kick, South Adams the beneficiary of not a lot on that, and they'll start on the 35. Now, last time South Adams started on the 35, they're able to march it down and score. So we'll see if South Adams can get right back into that. 2 key turnovers here in this first half have given Bluffton the 10-point lead. And there's no arguing that. A field goal on the first one and a touchdown on the next makes it 17-7 right now for these Tigers.
South Adams managed the first one just fine with a good defensive possession on the interception, but that second one gave Bluffton a whole lot of momentum.
Throw to the right side. Warner looking for a cutback. He kind of got it. He'll gain an extra yard with that nice move, but a tenacious tackle out there on that far side. Jessup just not going to let him get away. He gained an extra yard, but he did not get away, and now it's 2nd and 4. So Warner with his first catch of the ball game. Now trips to the left side. Patterson back there with Lehman. Titus looks, fires outside, and he's got a wide open McCain, and he will try to cut back through, and you got a combination of both Elijah Birch and Aaron Jessup that makes the stop, but these are 2 guys, 2 seniors that have, they've been in a lot of these types of situations. He likes to throw to McCain, and they are good buddies. Knows where he's going to be. Lehman is going to try to sneak through, and he will be brought down for a gain of about 4. Initial contact there by number 34, Griffin Morgan, but he was helped on the end of it. He'll get the 37, and it'll be 2nd and 6. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Lehman calls for the football, looks to that right side. Across the middle, picked up, and great tackle. Open field tackle brings McCain down. Tip of the cap to number 54, Jake Boots. I mean, that was immediate, and he saw it and brought him down.
Here comes that 5-receiver formation at the bottom again.
They throw out to Jax, and Jax is being pushed, but I don't know if he's going to get it. I think he's going to get the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Good group tackle out there, and I know there was a combination of Cooper Craig and I believe number 25, Alexander Meckling, but 4th and 1. And South Adams appears to be going for it here. And a hard count was attempted. It did not work the first time. We'll see if South Adams snaps this or if they run the clock down and call a timeout.
They will call a timeout.
And timeout is going to be called by the Starfires.
Bluffton was ready for it. I saw that senior leader, Eli Birch, he was yelling at his guys from the cornerback position saying, hey, do not jump, and they didn't.
Hold still, hold still. They do. Timeout Starfires. 6:20 left here in the Bumgarner Attorneys' second quarter. We'll be back with more right after this on Witness Media.
In a world worried about the next post, next purchase, next minute, what if we focus on the important over the fleeting? Invest in what lasts. With Everence, grow a fresh outlook to your financial future with financial services rooted in enduring values, faith and purpose, community and love, sharing and giving. Join Everence and make an impact.
Back here at Bluffton High School, ready for 4th and 1 for the Starfires. They did everything they could to convince Bluffton to jump. The Tigers refuse. And now 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Titus Lehman.
Yeah, they still are going to try to get Bluffton to at least show what coverage they're going to go with here.
Bluffton faithful trying to add fuel to the fire. The throw, and wide open on the far side is Jax Warner. He will stutter step and be knocked out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. Knocked out by Elijah Birch, but one of the easier throws that Titus has had on a 4th and 1. I'm not sure whose responsibility Jax was, but he was pretty wide open and had about 5 yards of freedom after he caught the football.
Yeah, so tough to cover that many receivers, especially when there's just 1 yard needed on 4th and 1.
Lehman taking a look at what he's got, and he's got room around the right side. He's going to cut back and get about did the ball come loose again? And Bluffton's got it. Titus trying to stretch the ball out, and he loses the football.
That's Griffin Morgan on the pickup there.
Morgan recovers it at the 12, and another Starfire turnover gives Bluffton the ball again. So a drive that started on the 35-yard line goes all the way down to the 12, but Bluffton able to get the turnover again, and we'll see what Bluffton can do here to try to pad this 10-point lead.
Turnovers has just been the kryptonite tonight for South Adams. If they eliminated those, clearly, you can say, okay, Bluffton, wouldn't have as many points as they do now. But it just completely changes momentum on both sides of the ball. South Adams has been playing right up to Bluffton's game so far tonight, but those turnovers has been the huge difference in this 10-point lead.
The up-the-middle run is stopped pretty quickly. Cooper Craig stopped by Wesley Somerset on a gain of 1. 1 yard carry there for Cooper Craig. And with 2nd and 9, instead of running Axton Best over, they're going to bring the play in. with Aaron Strevler. So 2nd and 9 here, 5:36. Clock continues to run here in the Baumgartner Attorneys' second quarter. And trips to the right side, one to the left. Craig in the backfield with Best. Best looks, trying to find somewhere to go, and he's going to be brought down deep in the backfield. And it's Herring and others. I think Hal Ringer is actually going to be the one that's credited for the sack. So Hal Ringer and Gavin Herring converge at the 4, and now 3rd and very long for the Tigers.
A lot of pressure with just being at the 4-yard line for Bluffton. If the Starfires can, not allow 18 yards on this play, what a huge win that would be for their defense and set up their offense for potentially getting this game much closer at halftime than perhaps what it should be.
And with the clock ticking down at 4:44, there's still plenty of time for either side to score if they have the football on a drive. Looking, trying to find it. He's going to weave, throws it over the middle, and it's a first down catch and more. What a play over the middle. And did the ball come out? South Adams is saying the ball came loose. Let's see what we got. Everybody pointing. We have no. And it is. The Starfires yanked the ball away in the fray. The ball was complete to Elijah Birch. He had the first down, and the Starfires rip it loose. I did not see who had it, but Birch had it dislodged, and a turnover from Bluffton gives it back to the Starfires. So now 1st and 10 for South Adams from the Bluffton 26. Now can the Starfires carve into this 10-point advantage for Bluffton? Trips to the left for Lehman.
What a turn in momentum this could be for the Starfires. We'll see if they can capitalize on offense.
Pump fake. Now deep into the corner. He's got McCain, and it's knocked away. And what do we got? We got a flag on the play.
Man.
Is this going to be pass interference?
On either side, I just do not agree on a one-on-one like that. I think both players are going after the ball just fine.
Is this going to be on McCain?
Well,
I think it's going to be an offensive pass interference.
Colson Teeple certainly thinks it is.
Yes, pass interference called against the Starfires.
I've never one to really critique officiating. I try my best not to do that. Just think maybe pocket a couple of those pass interference calls on one-on-ones. Now, I could be missing something being up here in the box and they're on the field.
That's a 15-yard penalty, so now 1st and 25. Ball all the way back to the 41. Lehman looks, fires across, and he's got Somerset. And he'll get all the way back to the original line of scrimmage and more on a really nice completion across the middle. And it's Elijah Birch that makes the stop. That is a gain of, 17 or about 18 yards. What a throw.
Just when you think something is going right for your team on Bluffton or South Adams, you have a turnover or a huge pickup on 1st and 25 or 3rd and 18. Been quite the wacky game so far in the first half.
Twins on both sides. The fake and the throw, that's actually tipped.
Greaser.
Nice job there. Greaser gets a big paw up there and knocks it away. I think his big left hand knocked that one down, and so it's a 3rd and 6 now. So where do they go? What do they do? They've got, looks like 4 receivers on this left side and 1 on the right. There's the snap. The throw is low, but what a catch. McCain, are you kidding me? Right off of the deck. That is a good catch.
Yes. And Cooper Craig, if he was just a tad bit taller, it's hard to critique the kid for that.
Yeah.
But he would have been able to tip it, but just a beautifully thrown ball to just get it out of the reach and just in the reach of McCain.
What a grab from the senior, Derek McCain. 1st and 10 for the Starfires from the 12-yard line. Looking at their wristbands, see what play they're going to call here. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Here's the snap. Lehman looks. He's got a man wide open, and if he brings it in, it's an easy one. Touchdown, South Adams, and Jax Warner as open as he was on the previous play of the similar kind. Just nobody in that corner, and Jack Swanner reels it in for the score.
We've seen it a couple different times from this Tigers defense. Just South Adams, whatever they do offensively, I believe it's Mosier that helps call the plays and design these. It gets so confusing for Bluffton that every once in a while a player will just be uncharacteristically wide open, and that's exactly what you saw there.
So Manny Juarez will try to add the point after. His kick is up. It looks like it is good, and it is. 3 minutes and 3 seconds left. Still time for Bluffton to put a drive together, but the lead from Bluffton is now trimmed to 3. We'll be back with more right after this on Witness Media. We're back here at Bluffton High School. It has been an exciting Bumgarner Attorneys second quarter. A 7-3 lead for the Starfires at the end of the first quarter. Now 17-14 Bluffton, fresh off of a Starfire score. And it will be Manny Juarez who will kick this away. I think he's looking for the tee. This is what's great about high school football. Where is the equipment? Who's the person that's supposed to be bringing that out? Stick around for the Berne Ready Mix halftime show. A lot to talk about here and in games in and around our area. Adams Central had an early lead there at Muncie and Columbia City on top of Belmont. That one gets loose, but it's covered up. So it will be Griffin Morgan who falls on it at the 29, and South Adams just there to make sure that Morgan had a firm grasp, and he did.
Yeah, I'm sure South Adams is tired of kicking to Cooper Craig, so
yes.
Might as well put it in the hands of somebody else and
kick it to somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's on the 28 or 29-yard line,
right?
You know, that's much better than what Cooper Craig's been returning. So
it's better than the other side of the 50.
Yeah. I like that. I like the little adjustment though from the South Adams coaching staff.
Twins on both sides for the Bluffton Tigers. Best calling a friend over. And the fake give, and it is Moore, and he's got initial burst. Good initial burst, and not enough to bring him down. Somerset helps to make the stop, but Kamel Moore with a really nice squeak through there, and 5 on one that didn't look like it was going to go anywhere. But that first little lunge got him the 5. 2nd and 5 here. Trips to the right. Best taking a look at his wristband, as well as all of his receivers and his back. And they're going to call it again. Now there seems to be a consensus. 7 seconds left on the play clock. Best takes a look. He's got nowhere to go. He's going to try the sideline. Nearly picked off. Minger comes in and gets a left hand in the way. Bustos was ready to make a catch on the sideline. One thing about Minger from this perspective is Caleb's got himself a broken thumb. And so it may be a little bit more difficult to make a catch like that.
Yeah, regardless, that's a great play by him. Best was able to find at least a semi-open man near the out-of-bounds line with Strevler and still coming up with a big play. But to your point, having a broken thumb, if that played any role, that could have been a pick with momentum going into the other end zone.
3rd and 5. The snap, the roll to the right for Best. Looking over the top, and oh my goodness, a one-handed grab was in the possibility. Man, was that a nice effort right there from Elijah Birch. And, I mean, he narrowly missed that catch. Maybe just half a yard too much on that loft there from Best, but Birch sure did give it an interesting effort. That was about as close as you're going to get. But now 4th and 5, and South Adams will have 2 minutes and 5 seconds to see what they can do to try to get the lead back.
Yeah, that play ends up being more important than just what the highlight reel could have shown with a one-handed grab. South Adams is going to have a chance to tie or take the lead.
Nice punt and a nice return here as Patterson is going to be chased out of bounds at about the 42. So we'll see what the Starfires can do with 1 minute and 56 seconds left. You know, we've talked about it already, and you don't mean to bring it up over and over, but it's such a huge part of this first half. The turnovers from the Starfires have really dictated where we are on this Freedom Automotive scoreboard. 10 points on the board for the Tigers because specifically of turnovers in a really bad spot. And now the Starfires, if they can stay turnover-free here and they can find maybe a 9 route here from somebody, see what they can do. They don't necessarily even have to do that early, as they do have almost 2 minutes, and I know they've got at least a timeout or two. Lehman across the middle, batted down. Give that to number 55. That is John O'Leary Freeman, 5'10", 210 pounds worth of sophomore. Goodness gracious, if the truth is that you have the difference between sophomore and junior, what's he going to look like next year?
Or in 2 years.
Yes. McCain and the pitch. It's a really nice orchestrated play. Patterson looking to, he just about lost the ball. Now he gets 2 hands on it, and it'll be tackled at the 41.
I think that play kind of describes what has happened tonight. Just so much back and forth between these two teams, but taking a page out of Coach Kunkel's book is Grant Mosier calling for a hook and ladder play. Bluffton has featured that each of the 4 years that I've been down here in this county, giving him a taste of his own medicine, I guess.
Trips to the right. Lehman calls for the ball, throws it to that side. Somerset on the run, and he nearly splits the difference, but he'll get the 29-yard line as number 14, Aaron Jessup, makes the stop. Clock continues to run with 1:21, but the Starfires inside the Bluffton 30. Trips to the left this time. Lehman takes a look to the sideline to see what coach wants. 1:06. Titus calls for the football, and the give goes to Patterson. He'll go up the middle, and he's got room. And we do have a flag, however. Down the field a little ways. Let's see what this is. And I think it's going to be a hold against the Starfires. Now, the only benefit for South Adams in this situation is if the hold is there, the hold is marked off from the spot. So it is a go back 10 yards, but back 10 yards from where the hold was. And it looks to me like the hold was at the 25. So it will actually be a 1st and 16 rather than 1st and 20.
Yeah, the hold must have been in the second level there, not necessarily from where the line of scrimmage was. So that, to your point, there is a benefit to that if you're going to have a holding penalty.
If there is a benefit to it.
Yeah, if there's a benefit to that.
1st and 16. Lehman pumps. Goes down the sideline. He's got a man. Touchdown, Starfires, and it's McCain who reels it in. And just like that, the Starfires have the lead. The 9 route works for Lehman to McCain in the corner. And Derek McCain reels it in, and South Adams, well, they've got themselves a lead. 20-17.
Well, not according to the scoreboard, apparently. It's 24-20 Bluffton. If there is going to be a touchdown allowed, that would be the scenario that you would want, where you would add points to your defense.
Now, this is a bigger extra point than it may normally be with the prowess that Bluffton has with their freshman kicker. We'll try to get ahead by more than 3, and Manny does it. 42.9 seconds left, and South Adams comes all the way back from 17-7 and leads 21-7. Told you the second quarter was exciting, and it continues to be so. Back with more right after this.
Plan for everything. Always looking ahead to successfully navigate the ups and downs that life brings our way. So why is planning your funeral pushed to the back of the list? The answer to that question is different for everyone. But the staff at Haggard, Hershey, and Zelt want you to know that this process is easy, stress-free, and is a wonderful gift that you can give your family. Pre-plan today. Give us a call at 260-724-7167 to set up an appointment.
Hey, we got 42.9 seconds left here in the the Bumgarner Attorneys second quarter, and it has been a very entertaining quarter, scoring in a bounty compared to what we had in the first quarter. 7-3 South Adams in the first, now 21-17 South Adams as we have these final seconds of the half. And again, you would think that the kick is going to go away from Craig.
Yeah, find Craig and just kick it on the other side on the ground.
So Juarez approaches and goes to the far side. It's not Craig, but there's a good little move. Bustos will be gang tackled at about the 32. Nice move to get to the 32. Not a bad return at all for Bustos, but the Starfires converge at the 33, and now with 35.8 seconds left, what will Bluffton do?
Still has some time. We just saw the rocket launcher that Lehman just had. Best has a good arm as well.
Does Kunkel do unto others in this situation and unleash the likes of, say, Strevler or Birch? Man in the flat, it's a completion, cut back, spin by Bustos, and he'll get inside Starfire territory. They're going to give him, I believe, the 44, and they will stop the clock to get the sticks to move.
I thought Bustos was going to go out of bounds.
Bluffton calls a timeout, and to be honest with you, I thought so too, but he got himself at least 5 or 6 more yards by not doing so. Really nice cutback. I think South Adams was convinced he was going to head out, and we're a little surprised at that cutback and another 6 yards. We'll take a quick break as Bluffton talks things over. We'll be back right after this. Back here at Bluffton High School with 28.6 seconds left in this Bumgarner Attorneys second quarter. 3 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Best with no running backs there. Pump fake across the middle, and he's got a man. He's going to go right side. And it's going to be number 23, Parker Barnes. He'll be escorted out of bounds by number 15, Blake Hoffman. And it's an 8-yard gain down to the 38. The clock will stop as he goes out of bounds. So 24.6, still plenty of time here as Bluffton tries to work their way back down and see if they can't swipe the lead away with just a few seconds left.
I think Kunkel trying to find whatever range Ethan Ribich, freshman kicker, is comfortable with. Try to get there first.
And up the middle, and that's going to be down to the 28-yard line. Now does Bluffton immediately call timeout? And I think they just did. So timeout is called as soon as the stop, and we just had a flag thrown.
Interesting.
And the flag was thrown right at the Bluffton. Let's see what we got here. I don't know.
I don't know either.
It seemed like it was after the play.
It's going to be costly to whoever it's called on, no matter what, especially if it's South Adams, because with Bluffton driving with 20 more seconds.
So they're going to let you know about the timeout, but we don't know about this penalty yet. We'll go ahead and keep it here because this is kind of an imperative call. I have no idea what this is. Still watching to see the officials there. As you can see on your screen, the conversation continuing.
Yeah, it's going to be costly if it is against South Adams, because the closer you can get for Ribbich, the better. If that's where Bluffton elects to go eventually. Still some time left. I know South Adams will play a little bit softer coverage to try to prevent another touchdown like they had to Trey Bustos earlier.
Well, now the official seems to be going over to talk to Coach Mosier. So is this and the sticks are starting to migrate the wrong direction from the Bluffton perspective.
Yeah, right.
I still have no idea exactly what this call is, but this could be a really bad one for Bluffton, and it looks like it's going to be, because if it's after the play, I don't know that there is a variety that isn't 15 yards.
Yeah, to your point, chains went backwards. It's usually not
a
great sign for the Tigers.
Yeah, it looks like Bluffton's going to have to snap the ball from their Starfire 46 and was sitting on the 29. So let's see what this call is.
A block below the waist on the defense.
A block below the waist against the defense.
So the chain gang got it wrong.
And it confused the chain gang as well. And now they're going to have to wait because the chains are not in position. I'm not sure the officials know about it yet. An absolute stunner. Best has a man. Oh, he gets away from the tackle. He gets that sideline, and he continues to rumble, and he's all the way down to about the 1.
Now, there is a flag on the field as well near the 12-yard line.
Oh, there is a penalty flag on the play, and South Adams players are rather jubilant. I think this is going to be a block. So a block in the back against the Tigers will erase a play that had them knocking on the door. Now the block was given, just like we did with the holding. This is going to be marked off from the spot, and it looks like it was at about the 10. So they're going to go back to about the 21-yard line with still 10.5 seconds left. So Bluffton does call timeout. We'll take one of our own, and we'll be back for an exciting conclusion to this half right here on Witness Media.
These days, peace of mind starts at your front door. Innovative Concepts has been helping protect families for over 30 years with our trusted security experience. From smart cameras to burglary alarm systems with local 24/7 monitoring, we install it all. With a low monthly monitoring fee, protecting what matters most has never been easier. Call Innovative Concepts Audio Video today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
So we're back here with Bluffton looking at a 1st and 15 from the 21-yard line with 10.5 seconds left. So you have to believe Bluffton's going to go up top here. Strevler or Birch likely going to be the target. South Adams in a bit of a prevent. And now they're going to hook and ladder themselves, and there's not much here.
Nope. Not
South
at
Adams
all.
was ready for it, and with that stop, Bluffton will use their final timeout with the ball resting on the 19. They do pick up a few, but a good job by the Starfires to stem that tide.
That block in the back penalty is going to prove to be costly for the Tigers, who had a chance inside the 5-yard line.
Looks like they're going to run out the kicker here, though.
Yeah. Well, I
They're
mean, it
gonna try
could be the difference between 4 points if Ribbich is able to make it.
No question. So this is going to be a 36-yard field goal attempt for Ethan Ribbich, 5'11", 150-pound freshman kicker. So 36 yards worth of field goal attempt here on 2nd and 13 with 3.3. South Adams will put a couple of guys deep just to make sure that there's not a trick play. Here's the snap. The hold, the kick is not going to make it. Just to the left, and it won't go, but South Adams comes up with a big comeback in this second quarter, and they will take a 21-17 advantage into the halftime. Again, it's the Berne Ready Mix halftime show. When we return, find something to eat, find something to drink, come back. We got a great second half for you. We'll be back with more right after this on Witness Media.
On a winning team, players get the job done right the first time. At Helena Chemical Company, getting the job done right is the only job we have. During the growing season, we show customers how to grow stronger, more profitable crops with the Helena Acre, a production system that achieves higher yields and greater returns. A key product on the Helena Acre team is Hydrahume, an organic acid that gives crops a better chance to take up more nutrients and moisture for stronger returns at harvest. To learn more, go to helenaconnects.com.
At Fisher Dental, we fix teeth. We also develop relationships with our patients and create lifelong friends.
Here at Fisher Dental, we clean, extract, and fill teeth. We also make crowns, bridges, partials, and dentures.
At Fisher Dental, we like smiles. And remember, we've got your back. And your teeth.
Welcome to RK Financial, a non-intimidating atmosphere where we confidently give you answers to your financial questions and concerns. We specialize in 401ks and IRAs with full service on the Indiana 529 college savings plans. You'll find solutions to your retirement goals and estate planning needs, as well as making recommendations on your life insurance and long-term care insurance solutions. Check out our new website at www.rkfinancialinc.com. This is Randy Kistler inviting you to stop in to see me or Alex as we journey together to meet your financial goals.
One is more than a number. It's pride in our history and the promise of what's to come. One farmer, one seed, one season. One changes everything. In 1926, Henry A. Wallace and the founders of Pioneer revolutionized farming, and we've been innovating ever since. 100 starts with one. Our 100th season starts with you.
Mitchell Enterprises Corporation is a trucking and feed sales company located in Bluffton, Indiana. Owner Luke Bright is a lifetime resident of Adams County and proudly sells a variety of show feeds and supplements. Sunglow and Linder show feeds are the most popular among other supplements and livestock care that they stock daily. Mitchell Enterprises would be happy to help with any of your feed needs and are always looking to hire CDL drivers in the area. Contact Luke and his team at 260-353-1050 or check them out at mitchellenterprises.com.
Building people's dreams for the past 19 years, Marquee Builders offers a complete design build experience. Whether you're looking to build a new home or just update your existing home, we offer a full range of construction services to Adams and the surrounding counties. If you need help visualizing your project, we have a full-time design staff that can work with you to create the look of your dreams. Big or small, the attention to detail and exceptional quality is what all of our customers have come to expect. Give us a call for your free consultation or stop in and visit us at our showroom in Berne.
Partnerships thrive, integrity leads the way, and dedication meets innovation. Tried and true. Truland Equipment. We have the tools and services you need to work the land. A John Deere provider with a broad inventory, assisting you in service and technical support. We respond to your concerns quickly. For all your equipment needs, choose Truland Equipment, where provider means partner.
Any brand, any color. You break it, we'll fix it. Nussbaum Mechanical is located just north of Berne. Along with over 175 years of combined service in the field, Nussbaum Mechanical offers a wide range of rental equipment and attachments. If you're looking to upgrade your equipment or starting from scratch, whether it's new or used, they can help to find the right machine for you. Stop and see the full line of Gale and Manitou equipment with leasing and financing options available, along with a full line of Manitou parts and attachments. Call 260-589-3802 to find out what we have to offer.
From dreamer to doer, bridging the gap between where we are and where we want to be, turning passion into profession, finding your true calling in a career, and bringing your dreams to life, it takes two things, the right path and the right people to walk alongside you. At Indiana Wesleyan University, we help dreamers become doers with accessible, flexible learning pathways and world-class people making world-changing connections. The road ahead, it's closer than you think. Discover the way at IWU.
With origins dating back to 1931, National Oil and Gas is a regional provider of bulk tank fuel deliveries to farmers, home heating oil deliveries to consumers, and gasoline to service stations. Our solid business practices and longevity have established us as a main force in the fueling industry. And at National Oil and Gas, our goal is to use our God-given talents and resources to serve our customers and communities each and every day. Contact us today for all your petroleum needs and how we can service you.
Modern meets classic with the new Amara Stone Wedding Band collection at Richard's Jewelry. Made in the USA with recycled metals, these rings mix traditional gold with new contemporary metals for a sleek, edgy look and design. Life gets tough, but so are these industrial wedding bands featuring Benchmark's lifetime guarantee. Richard's Jewelry, your exclusive Amara Stone dealer in downtown Berne.
Back here at Bluffton High School, Ryan Walker joined here by our producer and Swiss Army knife, Michael Vanderkolk. Going to talk to you during this halftime report. Man, 21-17. I'm not sure anybody really expected this from South Adams tonight, but they have played a really nice game outside of 3 turnovers, but credit to their defense being able to prevent Bluffton from really taking advantage of it.
Yeah, it's just nice to see South Adams come out here and just they've committed 3-4 turnovers this game, but they haven't let those turnovers just dictate what this game is going to be. They've stayed strong, prevented the Tigers from getting into the end zone on the one, and then forcing a turnover right back not long after one of the other ones. And it's just nice to see. I mean, that's the sign of a good program, right? I mean, the Mosers have been there for years. They've had success. They had success last season, like you guys were talking on the pregame show. That momentum that they are bringing into the season from that semi-state run is just so powerful when you enter conference play. Yeah, I completely agree. And it's been really for South Adams. I think it's been their quick hit throws on offense. Titus Lehman is 19 for 22 on the day so far with I think 208 yards, 3 touchdowns already. Did have the 1 pick, but man, has he been making throws all over the field. And then when they open up a little bit, they get some blocking up front. Hits Derek McCain on a 35-yard touchdown bomb to near the end of the half to get the score to what it is now. But then on defense, it's been the guys up front for South Adams holding Bluffton to just 45 yards on the ground. That is something Bluffton has done for really last 4 years under Coach Kunkel. Wants to run the ball, was an offensive line guy. Tigers average over 200 yards rushing per game against Shenandoah and Manchester. Tonight, just 45 yards. Look for the Tigers to try to clean that up, but very impressed what I've seen so far by the Starfires up front. And even in the secondary and the second levels, they've been covering the Tigers receivers, A.J. Strevler and Eli Birch, so well tonight. But Trey Bustos has come in and stepped up with 4 catches tonight after just 1 on the season. He's got about 50 yards and a nice touchdown pass. So Bluffton got a lot of things to adjust for in the second half, but they're going to be tough things to adjust to. I mean, how do you adjust to what they've been doing through the air and on the ground? Kind of a big question mark. Yeah, and like what I've seen with the ground defense for South Adams, it just seems like they're attacking the legs of the Tiger backs.
Yeah.
As soon as they get the ball, it seems like they're just getting wrapped up at their feet, and it's preventing Kamel or Cooper to get any sort of momentum. Because it seems like in the past 2 weeks, they just they bounce off the shoulder tackles.
Right,
And
right.
then they just kind of keep that momentum going. So nice adjustment there by the South Adams defense. And even on the, like you were saying, the defensive backs, the 2 touchdowns that the Tigers have caught have been incredible catches as well. They've not been easy by any means, and it's just been great defense by the Starfires.
On the ground, Cooper Craig is just 6 for 23 tonight with a long of 7. Axton Best, we know what he can do with his legs, just 6 for 15. Now he's been sacked, but he had a long of 9. Kamel Moore, a long of 5, but just 3 carries for 5 yards. Up front, South Adams been swallowing up the middle. There's no holes to run through because we know Cooper Craig and Kamel Moore, when they get to that second level and are able to make the moves that they want to make, they go far. 15-plus yards on big chunk plays. It is just not at all what's happening tonight. And on the flip side, it's been the throwing show of Titus Lehman. We knew Grant Mosier's offense likes to hit his receivers quick on screens. Got a lot of pre-motion stuff before the snap. Receivers running so many different routes. They got trips here, but another guy out wide with 2 over here. We saw now it didn't work, but we had 4 receivers acting as blockers for 1 receiver behind on a blocking screen. Didn't work, but those are the types of things that are just so confusing for the Bluffton defense. And I noticed Griffin Morgan got the defensive starters before heading into the locker room, and he had some things to say with them, and I'm sure it had something to do with the coverage and just trying to figure out what's going on the South Adams offense.
Yeah, and I think just the hurry-up offense, too. It seemed like on that first defensive drive, I remember seeing Aaron Jessup making that big tackle to start the defensive series and getting excited. Next thing you know, only half the Tigers are really ready for the next play, and South Adams is about to snap. And it just seems like they're on their heels the entire night. And South Adams they're so fast, so much speed over there, and they're just striking at any opportunity they can get.
Yeah, that's a great point. They like to hurry it up. They don't like to take too much time in between plays. And so that's great coaching, by the way, by Coach Mosier. There's no false starts. Nobody is confused on South Adams' offense whatsoever. It's the opposing team that gets confused, and that's why Titus Lehman is over 200 yards with 3 touchdowns on 19 of 22 completions. This is one of the best, if not the best, quarterback Bluffton's going to face, and Titus Lehman is proving exactly why.
Yeah, I mean, just an incredible athlete. All 4 years, I mean, senior leadership that he's got out here on this gridiron, and just so quick, so smart, and he's a proven winner. I mean, he's going to come out here and lead this team, and coming into the season, I mean, AC being the reigning state champs in 2A, they're the favorites coming into the ACAC. A lot of people saying Bluffton Heritage are champing at the bit to get there. South Adams like, hey, we're still in this mix as well, and like you were saying in that pregame show, that pursuit for the ACAC championship starts tonight.
It does start tonight, and Bluffton has big aspirations for it. They have not been able to get through that cursed week 7 and 8 between Heritage and Adams Central back-to-back. They can go undefeated all they want up until that point, but that has been the bugaboo for them. But here in week 3, like we mentioned, you got to watch out for South Adams. This is a team with a ton of momentum. They're returning their star quarterback. They bring back a lot of weapons in the backfield and at receiver, on the line, and on defense. And they just made a semi-state run kind of out of nowhere last year and beat some good teams. That's a confident group on the sideline over there, especially beating Belmont the way they did last week. Hey, we got some things rolling here. Now, here's the one thing. Can you imagine if they didn't turn the ball over?
Yeah.
In the first half, 3 turnovers that stalled a couple drives, including the opening drive where Lehman threw a pick right to Aaron Jessup. Seth Sprunger, who's sitting to my left here, was talking about, well, maybe a receiver didn't run the right route. It was kind of a funky interception there. But negate those, what does this score look like? South Adams has played like the better team tonight.
It just seems like they're really maximizing every play from scrimmage and just keeping that momentum going offensively. And, again, they're not letting these mistakes affect the next play, right?
Right.
They're just in the mind of the goldfish from Ted Lasso. Just forget about it, and you can't really change it. And that is such a pivotal mindset if you're going to have success.
I like the Ted Lasso reference. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll get Seth Sprunger back on the microphone, getting ready for the second half. This is Berne Ready Mix halftime show. From new homes and backyard projects to factories and farms, we offer experience and service you can count on. Visit us at 155 East Buckeye Street in Berne or online at www.bernereadymix.com.
Looking to elevate your construction project? Schwartz Contracting is here to deliver. With over 20 years in the industry, owner Dan Schwartz has been providing reliable home construction, barn buildings, pole barns, garages, barns, and barn dominiums throughout Adams County and beyond. When it comes to building your dream home or an impressive new barn, Dan Schwartz and his team are the ultimate champions. When you choose SCI, you're getting a team that brings expertise and commitment to take down every project. They're all about getting the job done right. Are you ready to tackle your next project? Contact Dan Schwartz at 260-525-0266, Schwartz Contracting, where solid construction is always the winning move.
Since opening Miller Land Surveying in 2005, we've grown to not only service Adams County, but the entire Northeast Indiana region. Business growth has led us to expand with additional field crews, advanced technology, locations in both Monroe and Fort Wayne. Miller Land Surveying partners with various clients to aid in residential and commercial real estate transactions, development of schools, industrial parks, subdivisions, various commercial development projects, and more. At Miller Land Surveying, precision and professionalism is where we draw the line.
And we're back here at Bluffton High School, continuing on this Berne Ready Mix halftime show. Boy, what an entertaining first half. These guys told you all about it. And from up top, got a tip of the cap to Brandon Trout, doing a great job of keeping the action in the middle of your screen. This has been one of those games that it's hard to predict. You don't know which way to go. And, you guys said it best, Ryan, particularly where would this game be if it wasn't a 3-turnover-to-1 ratio with the Starfires giving the ball away, and particularly in Bluffton's side. I mean, very costly turnovers, putting the defense in a really bad spot. And South Adams not able to recover on the one, only gave up the field goal on the first one, but the touchdown on the second, those were killers. And if those points are not there, would it mean that South Adams goes all the way down and scores on those drives? Well, we're obviously not going to know now, but this is one of those games where Bluffton has to feel like, you know what, we're fortunate that they've turned it over. Let's adjust some things and figure out what we can do physically against these Starfires. And if you're South Adams, you're saying, man, if we don't shoot ourselves in the foot, where are we right now? The fumbles and the pick, those are costly things. And so both sides have some things they want to try to remedy, and both sides legitimately, with only a 4-point difference in a game that we have seen so far, look, this is anybody's game. There's just no arguing that. It's a matter of who takes advantage of the opportunity here in this half. And I really think that if you're Coach Mosier, you're going to keep the pressure on passing the football. They've done okay running the football. Bluffton has done okay running the football. Both sides are far more prevalent with their pass. I mean, both sides are going to admit it. And I'm not saying that Bluffton can't break a big one here, but right now I think only 43 yards of rushing for Bluffton and maybe 23, 24 for the Starfire. I mean, this has not been a rushing quarter, but both sides are well over 100 in the passing department, and this should be one of those opportunities, I think, to, hey, let's see what we get here. Let's put the ball in the air and find out.
This was a 4-score game at halftime last year. This is a huge opportunity for South Adams to prove to the rest of the conference that they mean business this year.
And again, that was at Starfire Field.
That was at South Adams with virtually the same roster as last year for both teams.
High end over end, and coming up is Sty Pyle. Pyle drops the ball, gets it back, cuts back, looking for a place, and he is going to be able to get through a couple, but he will not get past the 25-yard line. So Sty Pyle will return to about the 24. And it looked an awful lot like the first Tiger there was number 3, Marshall Gerber. Nice hustle there from Gerber and others, of course. So the Starfires start on their 24. Only week 3, but we're going to play an entire half with the aid of only the upper lights. That was a longer first half. I think one of the longer first half that we have seen here. And I got to be honest, it's a little cool out there. Fake. Oh, look. Oh, the ball's on the ground again, and Bluffton comes up with another turnover. Lehman trying to turn and fire it outside, and he dropped it and lost it again. The third fumble in the ball game for the Starfire quarterback, and now Bluffton with an even better setup situation. 1st and 10 on the Starfire 11.
And that was Mason Fox that got on the ball. Their ball just kind of ping-ponged around in the backfield, and the Tigers are going to do exactly the Starfires go right from where they started in the first half, a turnover in enemy territory.
Right back to it. Trips to the right now. Best calls for the ball, and the give is up the middle, and a big head of steam and a leap. Cooper Craig goes airborne and actually goes to the ground under his own power. I don't know that there's going to be a tackle credited. He cleared everybody but was not able to keep his feet. And, of course, in high school and, of course, in college as well, once that knee touches, it is a whistle and done. But now 2nd and 2. And Best is going to keep it, and he will be stopped on a really nice hit at the goal line by Caleb Minger.
And he got hit hard. Axton tried to power his way through to gain that extra yard and get in the end zone, but Minger really popped him. I think Axton's really lucky that he's coming up that quickly after that. That could have broken a collarbone there.
I promise you Minger gives up at least 45 pounds on that collision, but Minger loves to hit. A massively undersized linebacker, but the fight in the dog is pretty big. 1st and goal, however. 4 opportunities here to get Bluffton back on top. Up the middle they go, and waltzing in easily. Cooper Craig, without being touched, has the Tigers back on top on that Freedom Automotive scoreboard. So the K&N Carpet 3rd starting exactly the way Coach Kunkel and Tiger Nation would like to see it. A turnover and a quick score, and 10:33 left in this K&N Carpet 3rd quarter, and a chance for the lead to be stretched back to 3 at 24-21 with a good PAT. The extra point looks good, and it is. 24-21 in favor of Bluffton as the lead changes hands again. We'll be back with more right after this on Witness Media.
At Freedom Chevrolet, it's more than cars and trucks. It's people. From the friendly faces who greet you to the service techs who treat your vehicle like their very own. And a sales team who listens and cares. It's neighbors serving neighbors. That's Freedom Chevrolet. Experience the difference today at Freedom Chevrolet in Bluffton.
We're back here at Bluffton High School on the K&N Carpet 3rd quarter.
K&N Carpet has been locally owned and family operated for over 50 years with various carpets, hardwood, ceramic, laminate, vinyl, LVT, and area rugs. See the experts at K&N Carpet at 12108 US 27 South in Fort Wayne.
If you're wondering, that is just before the bypass, just before 469.
I was wondering. Thank you.
It is a really, really nice place to try to find your next need of furniture and flooring. Staff there is about as kind as they come. So Bluffton back with the lead and the kick, and it's a shallow kick. South Adams going to have to hustle over there and get that on one bounce. South Adams able to reel it in. That is Litweiler who comes up with it. And Gavin will be railed down there about the 36. There were 2 or 3 Tigers that were Johnny on the spot.
Bluffton has really mastered that perfectly placed squib kick with how much speed they have on their kick coverage team. They've been able to scoop that ball up from time to time and gain an extra possession, and it's a big momentum swing if they can do it. And it's not super harmful being at the 36. It's decent field position, but nothing crazy.
Immediate contact from Gavin Greaser. Now the throw into the flat, and it's caught. And Somerset keeps his balance. Did he fumble the ball again? No, it's going to be out of bounds. Bluffton could have had it, and they didn't come up with it. So if it goes out of bounds and South Adams was the last to possess it, it will be South Adams football. Now, I don't think they're going to get it where it is. I don't know that you are able to fumble it forward like that, but yet another fumble for the Starfires.
I mean, this shouldn't be much of a conversation here. I don't think Bluffton possessed the ball going out of bounds unless Bustos really had possession when he grabbed it, but he let it go so easily, and it looks like they'll give it right back to South Adams.
So it will be 1st and 10 for South Adams on the Bluffton 48. That is where the ball became dislodged for West Somerset. It went out of bounds. Well, inside maybe the 40 even, but you cannot advance your position with a fumble forward. And so it is trips to the left, 1 to the right with Patterson in the backfield with Lehman. South Adams resetting just a little bit here on this near side as the receivers are packed a little tighter. Lehman looks, and he's got deep and overshot. Trying to find McCain down the far side, and he was really double-teamed well. Colson Teeple was right on him, and behind him in the safety position, Elijah Birch, they kind of had that one surrounded.
Yeah, McCain, I think, too, turned around at just the wrong time. Lehman threw it right as he was turning, and that ball harmlessly falls to the turf. But that could have been picked up from the defensive back team of Bluffton, but just an incomplete pass.
Lehman takes a look, fires to that side. The pass is complete, and out of bounds goes McCain. So about a 13, 14-yard gain on 2nd and 10, and McCain reels in yet another as he continues to accrue receptions and yards. Trips to the left. Lehman pumps, goes again, and he's got him open. Did he hit him? He did not. Just a bit outside the reach. Eerily close to the pass last half where he was right about that same spot and able to reel it in over the back. And they're actually going to take the corner out from that side and bring in Trayton Bustos. So coming to the sideline there was the corner on the previous play. And South Adams will look to the sideline to see if the play they originally called is the one they want. And it appears it either is or a small adjustment. Lehman looks across the middle and incomplete. Can't tell if it was either I don't know if that was going to be Gavin Litweiler or number 2 Jax Warner, but it goes between them and incomplete.
Yeah, I think he intended that to go to Jax Warner on that one, trying to cross a little bit and just was behind him. Timing wasn't right on that one, which was rare.
Quick snap. And trying to go deep and well overthrown on 3rd and long. And now South Adams in a 4th and long as the last 3 just not on target.
Yeah, Lehman had 3 incompletions all in the first half, 19 of 22. A little bit of it's a little confusing there. I'm not sure what happened on that series of plays, but
well, the ball on 36, they're going to go for it here.
Still on the field.
They'll need to reach the 26-yard line to maintain possession. And the Bluffton faithful making a ruckus over here on the home side. Feet stomping. The snap. Lehman looks. And a quick out is through the hands of Somerset.
That's a decent ball, too, from Lehman.
I don't know that you can put it any better there for Somerset. He just could not reel it in. And so a turnover on downs gives it back to Bluffton. So with that 3-point lead, now Bluffton can try and get that lead back up to where they had it in the first half. They were up by 10 at 17-7. So Bluffton first and 10 on their own 36. And we'll see, with the score the way it is, do they try to get the running game going again? They've got more in the backfield right now with trips to the right and one to the left. Best calls for the football. Looking, tries to find somebody to throw it to. He's got issues. He's going to try the sideline, and he'll extend the hand, and it will be a good gain around the right side. Not a bad scamper from Axton Best as he's ushered out of bounds by number 55, Nathan Plattner. And not a bad first down play when the pass breaks down and your quarterback can get 6 just with wit and legs.
No kidding. That's best case scenario if you're Bluffton on that. Starfire's covered very well down the field, and that is not easy to do with the amount of receivers that Bluffton puts out there and the amount of time that Axton Best had to roll out.
2nd and 4 now. Ball resting on the 42 of the Tigers with 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. And the give is, saving tackle at midfield from Easton Odell. Kamel Moore was a shoestring away from showing people just how fast he can run. Nearly got through that secondary. Nice job by the free safety, Easton Odell, to make the stop, but it is in South Adams territory. 1st and 10 for the Tigers on the 47.
South Adams, number 5, Easton Odell on the tackle.
So trips to the left, 1 to the right. Moore continues to line up behind the quarterback. And he'll get the ball again, and this time the Starfires were more than ready.
We talked about it at the halftime show, just how impressive the Starfires are up front with 4 guys on 5 for Bluffton, and the skill of Craig and Moore being held to, less than 40 yards and combining with Axton Best's legs as well.
Nice job there by Hayden Meyer, who was the initial hit. Now, he got some help, but when Moore runs into Meyer, the run was stopped, and the rest came in to help bring him down. Trips to the left again. Moore continues to be back there. He's got a man deep. The throw is, he tipped the ball 2, 3, and maybe 4 times, but he could not reel it in. One of these times, Elijah Birch is going to reel that in. I mean, that was ridiculous how close he was to making that catch.
Eli Birch has had 2 missed catches tonight that would have probably made a season's worth of highlight reels for him.
I mean,
so close.
He is not afraid and feels very comfortable just trying to reach out with that one hand to grab it. Trips to the left. Again, Birch isolated to this right side. And the fake give there, the throw across the way. It is complete, and he'll get the first down. Good little scamper after Strevler is able to get what they need and maybe a yard more.
It wasn't originally going to be a first down. It would have been a 4th and 1, but Strevler was able to spin his way and put his hand on the ground, getting that extra couple yards to get the first down.
Yeah, it looked to me like he was going to go down around the 38, and that pivot and the hand down and just the lunge out to get the 36. And now Bluffton with 1st and 10. And trips to the right. The give goes up the middle. And I believe that's Cooper. Cooper this time. And Herring will make the stop. The first hit from Herring was about 4 yards behind. Really nice, strong run there from Cooper Craig as he's able to drag people with him. And he gets 8 yards on that carry. Now, if you're Bluffton, if you have the ability to run the ball and maintain possession, keep the ball moving, and you can keep that clock running, this is exactly what Bluffton would like to see. Time ticking away while they have the lead with the ball. So 2nd down and 2 with trips to the right. Craig still back there with Best. Axton reels it in. The give is to Cooper, and forget about it. That is going to be a touchdown, as Cooper Craig was never touched. Cooper Craig finds the hole, and a 10-point advantage for the Tigers upcoming with a good kick here. Boy, you got to love, if you're a Bluffton Tiger, to see that hole. I mean, Cooper Craig said, holy cow, look at that. Let me just start running real fast because this is going to work out well for me.
That has just not been available all night from
all
Bluffton
night.
Up front. Cooper Craig taking advantage of that for a 28-yard score.
So the extra point is up and good. And just like that, a 31-21 advantage for Bluffton as they strike first and second. 6.5 minutes left in this Can-Am Carpet third. Back with more right after this on Witness Media.
Do you know all of the services provided at Decatur Hardware and Rental? We're a U-Haul dealer. We fill grill tanks, test pool water, custom mix paint, cut keys, ship UPS packages, cut glass, rent tents, tables, and chairs, a trencher, skid loader, tractor, sod cutter, scaffolding, and so many more items. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, or paint. Decatur Hardware and Rental can make your project much easier to complete. Decatur Hardware and Rental, across from the Bungie plant, do it best.
Back here at Bluffton as the Tigers have come out swinging here in the second half. Back-to-back touchdowns. Coming into the half trailing 21-17, now on top 31-21, matching their biggest lead of the ball game. Now we've seen South Adams come back from this deficit before and actually take the lead, but it's going to require a bit more tidiness with the football, as they have had turnovers lead to a lot of issues. So here's Sty Pyle, and he is looking for somewhere to go. He gets past a few, puts his head down, and he'll get the 28-yard line on a nice little cut and lowers the shoulder. And I believe Chase Kistler, I believe, was the one who made the stop. 5'10", 164-pound freshman makes the stop of Sty Pyle. So 1st and 10 for the Starfires on the 28. And they will start with trips to the right. Will Patterson in the backfield with Titus Lehman. Lehman calls for the ball, looks right, cuts, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. The pressure getting to Lehman. And Cooper Jenkins is the one that makes the hit. 6'1", 236, a sophomore. Jenkins is a nice weapon for the Bluffton Tigers in his sophomore year. And the stop is a 3-yard loss, 2nd and 13. Lehman takes a look, fires across the middle, and it is incomplete. I don't know if that just went off of the hands of Somerset or if it was tipped by Cooper Craig. Either way, 3rd and long upcoming for South Adams.
I'm not sure if anything has changed from the defensive side of Bluffton or even on the offensive side of South Adams, but that's 4 straight incompletions for Lehman, and getting a guy in the backfield, just a rare sight.
Lehman waiting for somebody to come free, and he's got a man. Can he follow blocks? He can. And a good job there by the Starfires to help that situation on 3rd and 13. Able to get a shallow pass to McCain, and he follows some teammates up to the 44. What a critical 3rd down conversion for the Starfires there.
Boys, McCain been big for South Adams today. I know the guy thrown to him has had a really nice night too, but he's had some key catches tonight.
Those two seniors connecting again. Bring Jacks from the left side to the right. See if they're going to change the play up. Lehman looks that way, has a man. It's McCain again, and he'll slide down. See where they give him. They're going to give him the 47 of Bluffton, which will make a 2nd and 1. Now, this is one of those, I'd love to be in 2nd and 1 because, hey, we could run it, or we could run the old 9 route and see if you're being conservative. Good job there by Patterson to get free. Cuts back, looking for the 40, but he'll be stopped short. It's going to be the 41 is where he will get, and the one who makes the stop is number 14, Aaron Jessup. So Patterson's run will bring up a 1st and 10 for the Starfires from the Tiger 41. Nice little cutback there from Will Patterson. Trips to the right again for South Adams. Lehman will go that way. And he's got a man, and it's McCain again. McCain will be brought down from behind. The tackle made by number 34, Griffin Morgan. But the connection will be good to the 27, and another Starfire 1st down.
Lehman and McCain, it's just been an unstoppable force tonight. It's kind of like Cooper Kupp a few years ago. How is this guy wide open all the time? How is Derek McCain wide open all the time?
Trips to the right on the short and shallow side there, and we got a flag,
delay of game,
and I think the delay of game call is coming.
I bet that doesn't get called very often on the up-tempo offense of South Adams.
So a 5-yard penalty ensues, and it's a 1st and 15 from the 32 now. 2 to the right, 2 to the left this time. And Lehman calls for it. Looking across the middle, and he's got Jax Warner, and a big hit out there by the safety, but Warner reels it in. Well, that's a nice hit. That's got to feel so good. Colson Teeple just, your eyes get real big because it's a perfect one, but it is a completion, and now 2nd and 4. Lehman crossways, finds a man. It's Patterson. Patterson gets away from one. He gets the corner, and it's touchdown Starfires. Patterson reels it in and makes 2 Tigers miss and brings the Starfires back to within 4. So again, we talk about what if South Adams could keep from turning over the football. Well, when they are actually on and things seem to be rolling, they're pretty effective with those passes. Now we'll see what they can do to try to bring this to within 3.
Yeah.
As Manny Juarez will try to connect. Looks like it's good. And it is. 3:10 left in the K&N Carpet 3rd quarter. And the scoring barrage continues. 31 for the Tigers, 28 for the Starfires. Back with more right after this on Witness Media.
Steve Rich has been serving all of Adams County as a Good Neighbor State Farm agent from his office in Decatur since 1980. For all of your auto, home, life, and business insurance, Steve can show you what being a good neighbor is all about. Call or text Steve at 728-2933 or stop by his office at 230 South 2nd Street in Decatur from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. He can even meet you in the evening or on Saturday by appointment. All your insurance needs under one roof. To combine and save, talk with State Farm agent Steve Rich.
Back here at Bluffton High School, Manny Juarez will put a right foot into this one as South Adams has cut the lead to 3. A 31-28 advantage maintained by the Tigers. But a really nice run after the catch from Will Patterson gives the Starfires the touchdown. Manny makes good on the extra point. And now 3:10 left in the 3rd, and South Adams kicking it back to the Tigers. And here we go. Bustos on the catch, makes a nice little cut. Sideline, and he has a really nice return. He's going to get all the way to just shy of midfield, I believe.
Surprised that South Adams isn't squibbing anymore. Bustos showed a little bit of that speed towards the end of the half. and Tigers capitalize on making the catch and running with it. Now, Tigers' last drive had their longest carry of 9 yards before the 28-yard score by Cooper Craig. We're finally able to find some holes in the offensive line. I'm looking to see what they do on the ground here this drive.
So 1st and 10 with the Tigers, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Cooper Craig in the backfield with Best. Best is going to keep it, and he will get a good burst around that right side. Well into Starfire territory, brought down on the play by Hal Ringer, and that's a 1st down carry. They'll give him the 41 of South Adams, and 1st and 10 for the Tigers. At the break, came under the knowledge that we have a viewer right now from Australia. I got to tell you, crikey, it's great to have you. I got to be honest. What an honor, right? I mean, come on.
Unless they're pirating the stream for some reason with Stream East going down. But
it is great to be broadcast down under, I have to admit. The snap up the middle goes Cooper Craig, and he will be stopped for about 3. Good initial burst, but the Starfires converge, and a combination of Ringer. You definitely have to put Meyer in on that. Certainly Dakota Miller. Make it 2nd and 7. Trips to the right. Oh, we had a flinch on the right tackle. Best's snap call was so tempting that Wyatt Holmes just could not stay home.
It's a young offensive line, right? Yeah, freshman
big guy,
Wyatt Holmes.
Doing a great job, 6'3", 269. When you have a freshman that looks like that, you say, yeah, go ahead and play right tackle. But he does flinch on the first, and now it's a 2nd and 12. Trips to the right, fake to Craig, up the middle they go, and that's going to be, oh my goodness. Can I just say, there is no way that he thought that was going to get through number 15. Yeah. Strevler was sure that was going to be knocked down. I mean, absolutely positive. I think Blake Hoffman, although he didn't make the contact to the football, got in the way. I don't think he was able. Strevler was able to pick the ball up.
Yeah.
And somehow, some way, that hits the ground, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's just a dangerous throw from Axton Best on 2nd and 12 on one of the, probably up to this point, the most important drive for the Tigers. Very lucky, but it could have gone either way, getting the ball with some more air under it.
5 receivers. Best looking for somewhere to go.
He's got space.
He's got a man, and it's complete down the side. Cooper Craig, did he lose? No, he did not. They're going to say the ball came out after he was down. Cooper Craig reels it in from deep, and he carries inside the 5 after making the catch. Cooper Craig with a really nice grab. And did they say inside the 5 or at the 5? They're going to put him at the 5. 1st and goal for the Tigers. What a huge 3rd down pickup.
What a gutsy throw on 3rd and 12. Axton Best had a 1st down with his legs. On 3rd and 12, you're going to give the ball back over if you don't complete that pass. But throwing it to Cooper Craig, who was wide open, he took a chance, and, man, did he get paid dearly for it.
Good throw, good catch, and the 1st and goal from the 5. Look to the right side here. Got a feeling that Elijah Birch might be no, they're going to go with the run, and that stopped at about the 2. Nice job by the Starfires to converge there. So Cooper Craig and Craig actually getting up and patting the Starfire defender Gavin Herring on the side of the arm, saying, hey, that was a nice stop. Herring's going to go to the sideline now and be replaced by Drew Subler. 2nd and goal from about the 2.
They'll have to snap. They've got about 1.5 seconds between the snap clock and the regular clock, so they will have to snap the ball.
The snap, and they're going to say, Best, you get it in there. Yep. And he'll get the side, and he'll get it in. Gets around that left side, around Will Patterson, and Axton Best races in around the left side for the Tiger touchdown. 0.9 seconds remain in this third quarter. Again, brought to you by K&N Carpet. And another opportunity for Ethan Ribich to come in and knock this through. Try to get that lead back to 10 for the Tigers. Good snap. Good hold, and the kick is true. 38-28, Bluffton on top. We'll be back with the kick and the final play of this third quarter when we return right here on Witness Media.
Rooted in the community and backed by extensive experience, Adams Health is here to diagnose the most complex conditions with care and compassion. We offer specialty care in women's health, orthopedics, sports medicine, urology, gastroenterology, pulmonology, neurology, and more. With multiple locations in Adams County, you'll get the care you need close to home. We see new patients quickly because your health shouldn't have to wait. Visit adamshospital.org to schedule today. Your health is our priority.
Back here at Bluffton High School, a kick and a quarter end. We have it was 0.9, now it's 0.1 second. It really doesn't matter. Once the ball is kicked and somebody makes the catch, it's going to tick away. So it looks like it's Ethan Ribich that's going to kick it away. And we've seen Abram Garrett do it earlier, but it is Ribich that is going to do it. So second time he's kicked the football away tonight for the Tigers. High end over end, it's right to Stuypile. Looking for some blocks, cuts back, puts the head down, and he will get about the 28. Nice open field tackle there by number 34, Griffin Morgan. And helped out there by Gavin Greaser. That's the end of the third quarter. Only one quarter left. The Ben Berman State Farm Insurance fourth when we return right here on Witness Media.
M&M Market on the north side of Geneva has established a sterling reputation for the food they provide. Over 150 flavors of bratwurst, a wide selection of marinated chicken and pork chops, meat and cheese trays, and a 40-foot meat and deli case full of fresh-cut meats, cut daily. Come and schedule a special event meal for any budget on your next visit. Be sure to check our Facebook page for store hours and in-store specials.
So we're back here at Bluffton with a couple of area scores for you. 61-6 is the final. Columbia City over the Belmont Braves. Adams Central on top fairly comfortably in Muncie. What'd you say? 35-6, Adams Central on top of Muncie Central.
I have 35-7 Leo over Norwell, and Southern Wells is up 21-14 over Jay County with 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Southern Wells on top of Jay County.
That is following two straight fourth quarter collapses by them in the previous 2 weeks as well. So rooting for them.
Into the flat. Nice move there from Will Patterson, and then he's knocked out of bounds at about the 34. So he made a few people miss. And the stop made by number 64, Cooper Jenkins. 2nd and 3. Lehman looks, fires it across the middle. Somerset will make the catch, pick up the first down as he's able to put his body between the ball and number 3, Marshall Gerber. Immediate tackle at the 42, but a first down for South Adams. Still plenty of time here. This is, Ryan, not a out-of-the-realm possibility at all. 38-28.
Not with how this game has been played, no, and the way that Lehman has been connecting with his receivers.
Lehman looks, and he's got a man.
Like that guy.
And McCain able to find the opening. And McCain will make it down to about the 44. And the stop made by Trayton Bustos. So 1st and 10 with trips to the right now for the Starfires. Titus brings in the snap and the draw, and Patterson runs into a pack of Tigers, maybe a yard. So the draw gets maybe a half, and actually they're just going to say no gain. 2nd and 10. Again, trips to the right for South Adams. Lehman looks. Across the middle, and it's up in the air, and it, fortunately for the Starfires, hits the turf. Jax Warner had 2 or 3 guys around him. There was a deflection, and fortunately for the Starfire faithful, that one hits the turf. Jessup did a really nice job defending that pass, and it was who knows where that's going to go. 3rd and 10. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Lehman crossing pattern, nearly intercepted, and then tipped right to Somerset. Somerset makes the catch after the deflection. This is the craziest game.
Yeah, that's a rare miss from Lehman that ends up being positive for him. I guess that's what you get for playing so well all game, that even your bad throws end up being positive for your team. That was just a drop by, I believe, Cooper Craig.
And, Ryan, that went through the hands of Cooper Craig, who just reeled in that really long pass on the other side. Somehow not able to get that one, and tips it right to Somerset. Lehman across the middle, looking for the deep route, and very good defensive positioning in the secondary this time. They tried to go deep to Jax Warner, and really, really nice safety play there by the Tigers. Trying to get the number. I'm pretty sure that's Aaron Jessup, but that was, yes. I mean, we're talking stride for stride. He was right there. Lehman, a little out pattern, and it's complete. And the legs churning and still going. Wow. Talk about some tenacity down on the far side for the Starfires, as it takes 3 or 4 Tigers to bring down the receiver. And that is Somerset. And I think Somerset had a little bit of venom feeling. I haven't had the ball for a second. I don't like being down by 10. Patterson skips, continues to churn, nearly finds a seam, but a nice defensive tackle. Good play by the Tigers. Patterson's going to get a yard or 2 and make it second at about 8 or 9. 2 to the right, 2 to the left for the Starfires. Patterson standing right next to Lehman. Into the flat. Patterson is wide open, and forget about it. Will Patterson with his 2nd touchdown reception of the game, and absolutely nobody picked up the tailback. Patterson able to find the opening, and a good collision in the back of the end zone. Hopefully everybody's all right. Looked like a little bit of a slow get up there for number 14, Aaron Jessup, and he's actually going to come to the sideline. Hopefully he's all right. And Bluffton will run another man in to take his place. I think that's going to be number 57, Mason Fox. So a chance to get back to within 3 for the Starfires with 8:49 left in this Ben Berman State Farm Insurance 4th quarter. Snap, the kick. It looks like it might be wide, but yes, it is. Wide to the left. But there's a penalty flag on the play.
And it's going to be running into the kicker.
If it is, they'll get another kick. They're going to be able to go right back out if that's it. If that's what it is. And Bluffton and South Adams both deciding to turn around and go back out there. It looks like either running into the kicker. So it's a roughing the holder. So roughing the holder is the call, and they will have another chance at the try. So another opportunity for the Starfires to get to within 3.
Holders matter, too, not just kickers. I'm glad they have a flag to protect each of them.
Politically correct up here, aren't we? Holders matter. So the ball closer to the end zone. Is South Adams going to go for 2 here? I think they are.
It appears they are, yes. And I really like this move.
Trying to make it 38-36 if they can convert here.
I don't know what the field goal leg of Manny Juarez looks like if you were to attempt one, but could be a potential setup for a game winner. I do like the move.
The snap, and it is a fake. Oh, what a play in the backfield. Lehman doing everything he could to try to get that one out into the flat, but a tremendous defensive play. Cooper Craig was whipping him around, and he could not gain any accuracy on the throw. So a 38-34 lead for the Tigers, and now if Bluffton needs to, they can rely on a field goal to make it a touchdown lead. So Starfires roll the dice and come up snake eyes.
It's certainly a big roll of the dice. Again, I don't know what Juarez has done in his career as a field goal kicker, but it's one where if you're set up inside the 15-yard line, even closer, that field goal wins you the game rather than sending it to an overtime potentially. But like you said, a field goal now will get it to be a touchdown game. But it does matter in the grand scheme of things, but a touchdown it would be versus a win versus a tie.
Well, the Starfires have been spoiled rotten in years past. Jackson Garcia was just a lot of fun to watch kick the football. When he didn't put it in the end zone, you wondered, is he okay? But his graduation means a new kicker. Manny doing a nice job in his stead. Go back to the squib. Oh, it's bobbled but brought in, and they're able to make the stop shy. They're going to give him the 45.
At this stage in the game, South Adams is just one Tiger mistake away.
That's right.
From potentially winning this game on a final drive. Still plenty of time left, but the Tigers catch a break there with Colson Teeple recovering his own bobble.
So Teeple brings it to the 45. Bluffton is 55 yards away from making this a very difficult situation for the Starfires.
Now, if the Tigers can run the ball efficiently on this drive, be able to get some points on the board too, that could put South Adams in a tough position.
Low snap. Oh, look out. And that's an incomplete pass, and South Adams was all over Best there. They tried to get a screen over to Moore on the right side, and white shirts going crazy. Coach Scott Steiner calling for a blitz, and it worked.
Yeah, calling a blitz with a screen in action is a recipe for disaster.
It's a perfect call.
Yeah, exactly. And they were able to get to best.
As long as you don't overrun it, that
yes,
is.
Exactly. You have to get a hand on the ball, or at least on the quarterback, to make something rush, because that could be danger on the other side.
Moore is going to be stopped for no gain, and in fact, he's going to lose a yard.
Yep.
The Starfires really getting after it defensively here, as they stack up Moore for a loss of 1. And Austin Frank making a big stop on that run up the middle. And now 3rd and 11.
Can't ask for a better start for the South Adams defense here. They still got one more play against Bluffton here. Unless they pick up enough to go for it on 4th down, this could be a really, really big turn for the Starfires.
More to the sideline. Cooper Craig back into the backfield. Now he's actually going to line up as a receiver. So 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Best looking. He goes up top and knocked away. Somerset was in good defensive position behind the receiver, able to knock it away. Cooper Craig was trying to reel it in. And a really strong defensive effort by the Starfires have forced a 4th and 11. And it looks to me like the Tigers are going to punt it as they run Abram Garrett out to kick this away.
Not liking the throw from Best there. Need to try to pick up 5 or more to be able to go for it on 4th down. Throwing it to a running back on the side, it's a tough throw.
And with Somerset being the one that he is going up against, it is advantage Somerset. He's about 6'3", and it's not what Cooper Craig is, to be as politically correct as we can. End over end, and the running catch by Patterson, and he'll be chased down at the 33. So Patterson stopped by Marshall Gerber. The Starfires, trailing by 4, will have a shot at trying to go down and get the lead back here. We're on the Ben Berman State Farm Insurance 4th quarter. Ben Berman is your good neighbor State Farm agent in Bluffton. Ben and his team can handle your home, auto, life, and commercial insurance needs. Call 260-824-1928 or visit the office on the south end of town. Just drove right by it. Having to go down 1 to get here. Warner with a really nice stop right there. Warner's going to get a yard, but you have got to tip your cap to Marshall Gerber as he wrapped up and kept him. And I don't know that they're even going to give him a gain. Big time tackle from Marshall Gerber. Now the trips to the left side and 1 receiver to the right. Lehman takes a look, calls for the football. Deep ball down the sideline, and he's got a man. Oh, just a bit outside. Somerset seemed like he was going to be able to run under that one and just couldn't quite do it.
Birch didn't even know the ball was coming, and Lehman threw a pretty nice pass. Receiver just could not get enough separation to be able to cut back in time to get that. That was an easy touchdown if he could.
And it is a final. Southern Wells defeats Jay County 21-14. How about the Raiders?
That's their first win since the opening week of 2023, where Coach Jeff Sprunger won his first game as a Southern Wells head coach.
3rd and 10. The throw to the sideline is overthrown. Cannot find McCain on the connection. And now 4th and 10. Now, if you're the Starfires, you almost have to punt this away, and they're going to.
They don't want to, certainly, but not this deep with 7 minutes to play.
Bluffton will bring in the punt return. South Adams will bring in the punt unit. 3 and out on back-to-back. South Adams forces Bluffton out. Bluffton does it right back, and now 6:53 left in this ball game.
Have to shout out John O'Leary Freeman, who got in the backfield to disrupt that play. He's had a really nice sophomore campaign for the Tigers.
And it's a fake. Patterson's going to try to get it, and this is going to work. Patterson, as the punter, will get the first down. He's going to get it by a yard. Will Patterson finds a way on the fake punt. Insane call, and it works for the Starfires.
That is the gutsiest play of the season for South Adams, and that play was not initially going to work. Bluffton had plenty of defenders that just had their tackles slipped, and South Adams able to evade it and get it by 1 yard.
Breaking 2 tackles to get it by the yard, and South Adams 1st and 10 on their own 43. The snap. Lehman looking. Going deep down the middle, and he's got a man behind the defenders, but a nice makeup right there. Good job defensively. Colson Teeple able to chase down that throw.
Michael Vanderkool's going to love that speed from Colson Teeple on the outside to be able to catch up to that. Lehman had him dotted for a running touchdown catch if Colson Teeple is not able to get there.
You think Teeple's going to run for him this spring? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, probably.
He's saying he better. 2nd and 10. The snap. In the flat it goes to Patterson. Patterson puts a move on, puts another move on. Great tackle right at the 45. Good stop by Griffin Morgan. So Morgan makes the stop at the 45, which is a gain of 2. And now 3rd and long here, 3rd and 8. See what the Starfires do here. Twins on both sides, and a jump by the Tigers. Oh, my. The wrong time to do that from the Bluffton perspective.
Yeah, that hurts.
That moves it to the 50-yard line, and it changes 3rd and 8 to 3rd and 3. Now we'll see if the Starfires come up with a little bit of a different play. They have the opportunity to not be quite as deep and risky with it. And they'll have twins on both sides with Patterson in the backfield behind. And now Lehman making sure people are lined up the way he wants them to be. Lehman looks. And he's going to go down the middle, and he's got Somerset, and it's knocked away. What a defensive play again. I'm telling you, these Tiger defenders in this quarter have been outstanding. And a tip of the cap to Aaron Jessup.
Jessup and Teeple with 2 really nice rundown defensive pass deflections on this drive. It's been the difference between what the score is now and South Adams being up.
4th and 3, a huge play right here for the Starfires, and Bluffton wants to call a timeout. We're going to take a break of our own with 5:41 left. South Adams facing 4th and 3 when we return right here on Witness Media. Back here at Bluffton High School, a 4th and 3. Critical moment here.
Perfect time for the band to play Seven Nation Army. Love that. High school football Friday nights. Gotta love it.
Here we go on 4th and 3. Lehman taking a look. He's got some time. Across the middle and complete. McCain just finds a spot right in the middle of the field and reels it in for a first down. Critical completion out to the 44. Wow, wow, wow. Here we go again, 1st and 10. Trips to the right, Lehman drops back in the flat, and it's underthrown. So 2nd and 10 upcoming here.
An underrated part of this, too, with 5:13 left, South Adams doesn't need to rush at all. And if they do score a touchdown on this drive, ink out that clock as much as possible.
2nd and 10. Man in motion. And they've got it set up. Here's Warner. And he missed the block. He had an opportunity to cut back inside. It looked to me like Subler had a pretty good block there, but he chose the wrong side. But it will be a gain of 5, and it will be 3rd and 5 upcoming.
I'm not sure how Cooper Craig was able to see over his blocker to be able to shed it at the right time and make a key tackle. That's a 10-plus yard play.
Trips to the right. Lehman looking. And a quick out and a completion once again. Give that one to Jack Swanner, or was that McCain?
That's McCain.
That's McCain.
The connection between those two, and just really Lehman and all of his receivers, those are all timing plays. Each time there's a curl route like that, it's all about timing. McCain turns around, and the ball's just about in his hands, and they have just practiced that to a T, and it's perfect on Friday nights.
1st and 10. from the 30. Quick hitter to Somerset. He's got a head of steam, and he'll cross inside the 20 down to about the 16 as Griffin Morgan brings him down. So Somerset able to get down to the 16, a first down completion on the quick hitter. Tell you what, when Somerset gets a head of steam and has the football, it is not pleasant. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Patterson in the backfield with Lehman. Still 13 seconds on the play clock, plenty of time. Calls for the ball. And outside, just a bit outside the reach. Trying to find Derek McCain once again and just a bit wide on the target. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 with just under 4 minutes left. Is this not going to set itself up if South Adams does score? And if South Adams does make an extra point, Bluffton will be down by how many? Oh, man.
I
Lehman,
what you think.
Looking for somewhere to go. Cuts back once, continues to churn those legs, and he'll be inside the 10, down to about the 8, maybe the 9. And that's a really nice run. Maybe 3rd and 2. And they go into that crazy lineup once again. They go out there, and he missed his receiver. Had the perfect play called, and the pass misses Warner.
We'll see what happens here on 4th down, but we're going to be looking back at that play if South Adams cannot convert here on 4th and 2.
4th and 2 coming up. 1 to the right, 3 to the left. A huge defensive play, an offensive play in this ball game. Here's the snap. Wide open on that side. He gets it and gets clear. Touchdown, Starfires. McCain able to reel it in and turn inside and get free for the touchdown. So the Starfires back in the lead, 40-38, as the Starfire fans go postal across the way. What a game. Isn't this why we do this on Friday? Give me a break.
It's exciting.
Are you kidding me? Where else would you want to be right now? What else could you do that's better than this?
Maybe Southern Wells, I guess, for that party down there. But I do think Bluffton, Indiana is a hot place, too.
I'll give you that. Hey, congratulations, Raider Nation. I mean, come on. Now, the kick is up, and it is good.
Nearly blocked.
Just inside the left upright. A 3-point advantage for the Starfires with 3.5 minutes left in the ball game. Do we want to take a commercial? I don't want to.
No, not really.
We don't have to, do we? Let's just not.
That's a question for the guy to your left, not your right.
This is a great, great game. 2 10-point leads that the Starfires have had to come back from, and they've done it now twice, and they've got themselves a 41-38 advantage. It's been the turnovers from the Starfires that have kind of stymied them over the course of time here. Bluffton has only turned it over 1 time. So they're the ones that have really done a nice job of keeping a hold of the football. And now South Adams really needs to find a way to not kick this to somebody who's going to run it to the 50. I'm not sure how else to say it.
Well, squibbing it, I think, would be the best scenario if Juarez can find a way to kick it back to Morgan or one of the guys up front near the 35. It's still pretty good field position for the Tigers with 3:30 left.
If they would kick it out of bounds, would it not be Bluffton's ball on the 35?
That's very true.
And I'm not trying to play coach here, but might not be a bad option. You take them starting on the 35, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't hate the idea.
So Juarez steps up, and I think he just kicked it to Cooper Craig. Cooper Craig gets a step, continues to churn, and there you have it. Inside the 50, the Tigers are set up, and Cooper Craig, who is amazing with the kickoff return, sets them up at the Starfire 45.
That's 3 weeks in a row that Cooper Craig, late in a game, has been able to return past the 50 for good field position. You said you didn't want to play coach, but I think that decision that you were thinking of, not a bad idea now.
Would you rather be on their 35 or your 45?
The math is not math in here.
Tigers will go trips to the left, one to the right. Best in the backfield with Moore. Pump fake, and outside it goes. Good blocking down this sideline. Can he get the sideline? He can't. Manny Juarez does a nice job of making the stop, but a good completion out to Trayton Bustos. And Trayton will get the 36, and that brings up 2nd and 1. Again, that ideal down and distance. Bluffton can kind of do whatever they want here. Maybe attack the end zone with a big pass here to either Elijah Birch, or we haven't heard Aaron Strebler's name in a second.
We've heard Bustos a lot, and that's a big game for him, coming in with just one catch, as we previously mentioned.
And the give, Kamel. Boy, he hit that hole hard. And a nice job keeping a hold of the running back, number 55, Nathan Plattner. And we are, with 2:37, very much getting into Bluffton field goal range here with the young Ethan Ribbich.
And I know we're all thinking it could send it to overtime. I know that Bluffton sideline, though, with Coach Kunkel, they are not thinking about 3 whatsoever
not right
in
now.
this situation. I know that's pretty obvious, but they're going to do everything they can to get in the end zone.
Trips to the right.
It's one-on-one coverage all the way up top.
The fake give, and it's going to be Best that keeps it, and he keeps those legs churning. Oh, look out. Okay, he got I hate that roll tackle, especially with as many issues that Best has had in a few injuries here and there. He's got himself a 7-yard scamper. He gets the 25. Plattner makes the stop. The clock continues to run.
Yep. I think that's the way Bluffton wants it, too. I know you can't just assume a touchdown's going to be scored, but if the Tigers can put it in, they do not want Titus Lehman to have the ball for that long.
Trips to the right. Cooper Craig in the backfield. Cooper Craig not given the ball. Thrown out to the side. And will it be enough? It's going to be close. Out there to Aaron Strebler, his first catch in a while. And it is a Bluffton first down. Now inside a minute 20. And Bluffton continues to take their time.
Blocking wasn't terrific on the outside. Strebler could have had a little bit more, but the Tigers able to get a first down. Now with 1:10 to go, you take a little bit more yards if you can.
And Bluffton actually huddling up. We're almost going to be under a minute before they snap the football here. The give is to Craig. Churning those legs and chopped down at about the 17-yard line. And timeout taken by the Tigers. So 51.7 seconds left, a gain of 5 on that first down carry. It'll be 2nd and 5 after this timeout. And how many timeouts does Bluffton have? Just 1 left here. So 51.7. They need 17 yards for pay dirt. They need 5 yards for a first down. Come on. This is what it's about.
I love this
because
sometimes it depends on which team you cover. You could get 6 or 7 weeks of running clocks on either side of it if your team is good or bad. I love matchups like this. And this is the first game in ACAC play for these two teams.
Yeah.
It means a ton.
Of course it does.
Especially for Bluffton, where they've been trying to accomplish this ACAC crown for a long time. It's usually just been, hey, let's get to week 7 and 8, and hopefully we can knock off the Patriots or the Jets by that time. But South Adams, they're trying to make a case for themselves to win that crown at the end of the year.
No question about it. No question about it. Oh, my goodness. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Cooper Craig in the backfield with Axton Best. Best. Oh, look out. Good cover. He's got a man. Tipped away. What a play by the Starfires. Odell. Easton Odell tips it away. A wide open receiver, and somehow Odell dives in there. It was nearly tipped into the hands of the receiver behind.
Yeah, I know. And that ball, too, when it hit the ground, I believe it was Odell who was on the ground. If he wasn't facing the turf, he could have caught that in the end zone.
Could have had it fall into his arms. 3rd and 5.
The most entertaining incomplete pass you'll ever see.
Trips to the right. Best. calls for the ball, and we've got a false start on the right side. I think Strevler leaned back. The official saw it, and that'll mean 3rd and 10 now rather than 3rd and 5. Still plenty of time, 42.8 seconds. And with Ethan Ribbich, just how big is the 3-point rather than 4-point lead right here?
It's huge. I mean, with Ribbich, and he's done it before. You know, you're going to ask a freshman kicker to do it again, but you're right. That is such a huge difference to be able to contemplate that possibility.
5 receivers. Best looking. Goes to the left side. It's caught! Strevler does it! Strevler over the top makes the catch.
That was a beautifully thrown ball from Axton Best. He knew that the Starfire defender was going to be right there. He had to get more air under it, and it was able just to sneak it in to where Strevler could bring it down with 2 hands while jumping. That is a great throw and a great catch for the Tigers.
Best puts that where no Starfire can touch it. And Strevler goes up to get it, and what a connection with 36.1. Ethan Ribbich will try to add to this and hits the upright and is wide right. So 44-41 with 36.1. The lead is 3. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more right after this on Witness Media.
When I wear Betsy's clothes, I feel confident. I feel like everything is very flattering. It's stylish, but yet modest. Her actual brand, those are my favorite clothes. Betsy stands out because her prices stay consistent. I like that she keeps her prices affordable, but I also like that it's trendy stuff too. So if you have an event coming up, you can always find something fun, something colorful, something different that not everybody else is going to have.
Back here for the final 36.1, an amazing throw and an amazing catch. Axton Best to Aaron Strevler for a big-time touchdown. And now the Starfires will receive this kick from the freshman Ethan Ribbich. They've got Patterson on the left. They got Pyle on the right. 36.1 seconds, and South Adams has all of their timeouts. So Ribbich set to kick it away here. And he put a boot into this one. Patterson from the 10. Cuts back. Continues to try to pick his way through, but he's going to be knifed down at about the 26, maybe the 27-yard line. So Patterson trying to find his way through, and Marshall Gerber and others able to make the stop. So the Starfires start on the 27, and they have 28.9 seconds left. So all kinds of Tigers deep into this defensive backfield. Lehman finds Somerset. Somerset has the first down, gets the 40, and I'm sure South Adams will call a timeout. Or, yes, they will. So 20.9, the South Adams Starfires need 60 yards. Timeout has been taken. We'll take another one of our own. Be back with more right after this.
At Decatur Dental Services, all of our offices provide complete dental care, including crowns, bridges, and dentures, teeth whitening, orthodontics and Invisalign, restorations, preventative care, cosmetics, and sports mouth guards. In Decatur, Botox and Juvederm are available as well. We have offices in Decatur, Geneva, Berne, Bluffton, and Warren to serve you. To learn more about our doctors, office hours, and insurance information, please visit DecaturDentalIN.com or like us on Facebook. New patients are always welcome, as are patient referrals, so contact us today.
Back here at Bluffton High School with 20.9 seconds left. South Adams needs 60 yards for the touchdown, and they still have 2 timeouts. Bluffton very much in prevent defense. In fact, they've got a defender all the way back at what appears to be the 33-yard line of Bluffton. 2 to the left, 2 to the right, just 3 Tigers in pursuit. And it's nearly picked off. Is it, Ben? It is. The Bluffton Tigers have just stepped in on a pass that was intended for McCain, and it's picked off by Marshall Gerber. That will be the final dagger as Gerber comes up with a big-time interception, and he's getting all kinds of congratulations from Griffin Morgan. I'm not sure if he can see anymore after Griffin Morgan had a hold of him. Oh, man, what a game. What a game. What an opening ACAC week.
What a big moment for Marshall Gerber there, getting the game-winning interception to open up ACAC play. Tigers move to 3-0.
And the knee is taken, and the Starfires will not take a timeout. A 44-41 final as the Tigers strike first in the ACAC conference as they find a way to overcome the Starfires in one of the better games we have seen in a long time between these two teams. What a football game. You know, the Starfire coaches and Starfire players are going to be nauseous about it. The Bluffton side is going to be jubilant and elated. That's just the way high school football is, Ryan. And what a great game that we had a chance to see here. This is when it gets really, really fun.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how you do that any better than that.
Yeah, that's probably game of the year. I mean, okay, there's still a lot of weeks left to go. That's probably the game of the year, though, for both of these teams. You know, South Adams, a lot to be proud of. I mean, this is a team that went 4-5 in the regular season, struggled a little bit against, you know, some top-tier opponents in the ACAC, including a Tigers team that beat them 33-7 at South Adams last year. Virtually both rosters return, and the Starfires had every reason to believe that they should have won this game tonight. But hats off to Bluffton. A lot of big plays, especially from Marshall Gerber late, and Axton Best to A.J. Strevler late in the game as well.
Boy, this was one of those games that's going to be remembered for a long time on both sides. And you got to feel great for Marshall Gerber making that big-time play. You got to feel great for Aaron Strevler making that big-time catch. These are the kind of things that you hearken back to and you kind of tell people about when you are well past your playing days. I mean, what a great experience for these guys. No question about it. And Coach Kunkel down there, just all kinds of fired up with his players, just excited for him. And South Adams has to feel, hey, we let this one get away. But how many people from the outside thought that South Adams would do this in response to what happened last year? Well, you've said it a number of times, to be this close and to have this realistic of a chance. Did you throw this one away a little bit in terms of the turnovers being too much? Yes.
A little bit, yeah.
But what now? If this is how you play against Bluffton, and Bluffton is one of those top teams in the conference, what's it going to look like with Heritage? What's it going to look like with Woodland? And especially with the score we just heard, what's it going to look like with Jay County, Southern Wells, Adams Central? Adams Central is always the one that seems to be the biggest bugaboo. They are 3-0. As you would have probably expected after they were able to come back from the opening week loss last year against Garrett. Get Garrett 7-0 at home in the opening week and have continued to roll here. The ACAC conference is going to be all Adams Central knows for the rest of the year now, and this is going to get interesting. This is going to be so much fun, and we're only in week 3.
A lot of people talk about what's the ceiling and what's the floor at the beginning of each, just any athletic season, really. For South Adams, that ceiling has certainly been raised. This is a team that, who knows what they can do against Adams Central, such a juggernaut every year. But when you look at the Heritage game now, do you think South Adams on the sideline is looking at that game and saying, Oh man, that's Heritage.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if we can.
Right.
I don't know if we can beat that team. You know, Adams Central. Oh gosh, yeah, no shot with the way that it's been going recently, or this Tigers game here. Yeah, not sure about Bluffton. That was a tough loss last year. They're going to look at every single game and go back to what they did against Bluffton. Yes, some mistakes on turnovers, but the defense, you got to gain a lot of confidence to do what they did tonight. 44 points is a lot from this offense from Bluffton, but they were given so many more opportunities with the 4 turnovers, and they capitalized in the red zone a few times. But confidence on both sides of the ball. Couple things to clean up turnovers-wise, but this is a very dangerous team that South Adams has, and I think that momentum from last year and from this game will continue to carry.
Well, I think both sides have got a little bit of a message here, and we talked about this in the pregame, right? I mean, what is South Adams? We have no idea. Now we have a much clearer picture. And do they leave here aching a little bit? Yes, but it's not a glaring ache. They didn't get run out of here like they did at home last year. And this is one of the elite teams within the conference right here. And they gave them all they wanted on week 1 on Bluffton's turf. So if you're a Starfire fan, if you're a Starfire coach, if you're a Starfire player, while you would have loved to keep that lead and to get out of here with a victory, it didn't happen. But, and that's the part that we're trying to kind of focus on here is just, hey, let some of these things that you didn't think were going to happen actually, flourish a little bit for you. This hurts. I get it. But, man, it is nowhere near getting run out of your own field last year.
Yeah.
And, again, we're talking about a team that won a regional. They were in the Final Four of the state and got run out by this Bluffton team. So now here we are, Bluffton bringing all these guys back, and they were right with them. This is going to be an interesting year going forward, not only in the ACAC, but what does this translate to when it comes to 1A playoffs? This is the kind of thing where, this actually gives you a little bit of a bellwether. And I got a feeling South Adams is going to feel pretty good about this. And when we talk to some players, I go back to school on Monday, and I talk to these guys. I know they're going to be aching, but I know also that they're going to have a little fire lit now. It's not going to be it's going to be and move on.
Yeah, use it as motivation.
There's a difference.
It depends on how you take it. Right. This is the number 8 team in 2A. Depending on what poll you look at, that's the AP poll. But that's no slouch on the other side in a bigger school as well.
We're going to be honored by the presence of Mr. Coach Kunkel, and I'm going to let Coach talk to you, Ryan. Coach, congratulations. Boy, what a comeback there, and we'll let Ryan have a conversation with Coach.
I mean, from one velvety voice to another, huh? Here we go.
So what happened out there, Coach?
Well, I feel bad for people who have come to watch us play these first 3 weeks that we haven't made games more exciting. You'd think $7 would get you a little bit more entertainment than we've provided to this point. So, I mean, first off, and I mean this when I say this, that is a fantastic high school football game between 2 really good teams, and Grant Mosier is the best offensive play caller on our schedule, and he's one of the best in Northeast Indiana. That dude can dial up offense, and what he did tonight was impressive. I mean, obviously his players have to execute, but he is, without a doubt, one of the best offensive minds that definitely we see on our schedule.
Yeah.
So full credit to him, his coaching staff, his players. Somebody had to win tonight, somebody had to lose, and it was going to come down to who had the ball last. So just an incredible high school football game by 2. I think will be pretty good football teams as we move forward. So
yeah, I want to talk about their offensive game and just how troubling it was to kind of prepare for that, just knowing what they do. But I do want to ask the big question of the night, just the last couple drives from both teams. It was so even all night. Yeah. Take me through the last 2 drives, their offensive drive and your offensive drive.
Well, the one before that, to start the fourth quarter, I mean, they were bringing pressure. So, okay, let's try to hit him with a screen pass. Kid tips it, makes a good play. we ended up going 3 and out there, okay? And there weren't very many defensive stops tonight. I don't know if you were charting that.
I was up here, yeah.
Yeah, you watched the whole game. So, obviously they had the momentum there. They come down and they score. And what I told my team, I've been doing this for a long time. This is year 21 or 22. And just the calmness on our sideline. And it starts with our quarterback, number 13. When South Adams scored, I'm pretty sure I heard him say, "Good, now we get to go do the game-winning drive." So when you have a leader like that, a captain like that, a player like that, then that just feeds through the rest of your football team. And they have confidence in him because he's got confidence in all of them to go out and get the job done. And, just a really, really great pass. And A.J. Strevler, my God, man. Just to go up, high point that ball. I mean,
great throw, too, from Axton.
Two inches the other way, and it's probably batted down again. We thought we had a shot to play before. Kid made a great play.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Best players, best plays. Put the ball in Axton's hands, have him throw it to AJ.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good combo. So
any conference win, means the same. It's one win, whether it's Adams Central or anybody else in the conference. But tonight with South Adams, last few years, you guys have outscored them, 70 to a smaller number. They've brought back a lot of guys, including their stud quarterback.
Yeah.
They bring back a lot of weapons, including Derek McCain.
Yeah.
How important was it because I know you did this, talking to the guys in the locker room and saying week 7 and 8 with Heritage and Adams Central does not have the same importance if you don't beat South Adams tonight. What was that message this week?
Well, I mean, and that's obviously very true. You can't be 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 6-0 in the conference if you don't start 1-0. The hard part about our schedule is that, we play these guys early on. And I think this is one of those beginning of conference games that there's obviously a lot on the line. Like it's two good football teams, respect for each other, and it kind of plays out that way. I was asked on the Bench Warmers podcast, which you guys should all like and subscribe to. Shout out to my boys Zane Betts and Will Alt.
Not Axton Best though anymore.
Axton, yeah, he's big time now.
So that press release, I guess.
But shout out Bench Warmers. They asked me who's our biggest rival at this point, football wise. And I made the comment, I think it's South Adams, because over my 9 years here, they've been, that program that's won conference. They've been to state that we've competed with. I would love to say Adams Central is, but we got to beat them. We haven't beat them, so
sure.
Can't be a rival if you don't beat them.
Fair.
So I view South Adams as our biggest rival in terms of on the football field. So
Robert Vanderkolk would say yes 1,000 times to that.
Yeah, is that what he said? I will let Robert Vanderkolk know, since he is listening. I quoted him in the huddle because I said, heck of a throw by 13 and a catch by 11, but in the words of the great Bob Vanderkolk,
never a doubt.
Never a doubt.
There was never a doubt at all tonight, of course.
There was a little bit of doubt.
Yeah. And a big reason for that doubt was the offense that Grant Mosier puts together over there. You already mentioned just how tough it is to prepare for that. When we're up here, we can talk about adjustments all we want, but I said something. I go, I don't really think you can adjust to this. You just have to do your best with the quick throws, and you're not able to get in the backfield. Talk about a little bit about what Coach Mosier presents. Calling plays.
I don't know what the conference record is for attempts and completions and completion percentage, but the Lehman kid might have set all 3 of those tonight.
Yeah.
We were talking in the fourth quarter how many called runs they had. It couldn't have been more than 5 or 6. But so initially we thought, okay, we can get pressure on them. And then all of a sudden, we're in the middle of the game and we can't. So let's drop 8, make them throw into tight zones.
Yep.
And you know what? He did.
He did. Yes, he did.
He was hitting McKean. He was hitting Somerset. Those were obviously the two big weapons for him. Hit the Patterson kid, who's lightning fast.
And mostly timing plays too, and that's so tough to defend.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. It's good offense. A lot of times can beat good defense. Have complete total faith in our defense, Coach Colkman, and the things that we were able to do. And we needed one stop. We got one stop at the end. Heck of a play by Marshall Gerber. to pick that one off there at the end. I felt like they owed us one. You know, it felt like let them complete 80%, it felt like. So, but good to come up with a play there and escape, and I mean escape with the win tonight. So happy about it.
It was very clear, I think, early on you wanted to establish a run game against South Adams. A lot of designed runs. There was nothing really going on in the first half. What did you see from the front four of South Adams?
They played some games up front. We had a hard time getting off their nose. Their nose ate up 2 linemen, and we were able to get to their linebackers. And, you know, the plays that we had repped in practice this week, just they weren't working. And that's a credit to them. They took our best plays away. That's what good defensive teams do. And we had to adjust. And when at the half we came in, we adjusted to a different run play. We were able to rip a couple off there thanks to a turnover and a score. But then, you know, Cooper had a huge lane on his long touchdown run there as well. So, you know, it's like I said, it's two really good football teams, and somebody had to lose and somebody had to win. And just thankful it turned out our way because it very easily could have gone the other.
Well, thanks, Coach, for your time. I don't know how your voice is still here after all that. It's years of experience.
Lots of reps, baby.
Lose it tomorrow at Manchester.
Yeah, I mean, but Seth, if I had the voice of Sprunger, I mean, man, goodness gracious.
Hey, thanks for your time, Coach. Congrats on the win.
You do a good job, too. I don't want to make you feel
I appreciate it.
left
I'll take
out.
number 2 any day.
That velvety tone. So.
That's head coach of the Bluffton Tigers. Brent Kunkel was victorious tonight, 3-0 on the season now. And we're going to quickly take it to break. We'll get to our player of the game and post-game thoughts.
For over 70 years, Bixler Insurance has provided financial protection for our communities.
We will protect your auto, home, farm, and business of any size.
We can protect your family with a life insurance policy and help navigate your health insurance options, including Medicare and marketplace products.
The world of insurance definitely has its ups and downs.
But as an independent agency, we have strong relationships with several companies to meet your specific needs.
Stop by or call us in Berne, Geneva, Decatur, Portland, or Woodburn.
Back here at Bluffton High School on the Keystone Cooperative Postgame Show. The post-game show is brought to you by the Keystone Monroe Energy Team in Monroe, Indiana. Stop by our office at 221 West 100 South in Monroe, or call us today at 260-692-6111 for any fuel, propane, or grease and oil needs. Joined now by the head coach of the South Adams Starfires, Coach Mosier. I don't know what the expectations were here, but I got to be honest, this was an insanely enjoyable game to watch. I don't know how much fun it is to coach a game like this, it's especially at the end when it goes that way. Sure. But I just want to hear your viewpoint and your thoughts the way your guys played tonight.
I'll say first, Bluffton, just a phenomenal program, and we knew that coming in. Like I said, I think it's some of the best talent Kunkel's had, and he's done a great job developing that talent. We're great friends, obviously, and when we started coaching against each other, I guess now it's been like 8 years. The first couple of years it was awkward and weird, and I texted him we texted all week this week now, and I texted him this morning and said, hey, we only have so many of these left. Let's enjoy this. And I didn't mean like this shootout, but it's
careful what you wish for.
It's fun coaching against such a good friend, and like I said, I have so much respect for what he's done at Bluffton. Just turning this program and taking it off like he's done. Obviously, turnovers there just killed us, and we preach it so much. But you can only scream till you're red in the face. But at the end of the day, you turn the ball over like 5 times, you're gonna lose, and that's the end of it all. But I told our guys there, we hate losing more than anything, but it's got to be meaningful losses. What I mean by that is we have to learn from that, and if we can be all gears flowing by week 10 and look back to games like this, and we learn a lot from this game, then it's worth it. It's a meaningful loss.
Well, Coach, you look at what happened last year at this time and what you have here.
Yeah.
Do you want to win the game? Of course you do. You have the lead at the end of the game. You'd love to hang on to it. But what a difference between this year and last, and not a whole lot of a change between the two teams in terms of the overall talent level. Bluffton loaded in all these areas at running back and at wide receiver. The quarterback is bigger, faster, stronger. And here you are right there in the cusp of it. So I think you got to feel pretty good about what your guys showed tonight. And to be honest, we talked about this in the pregame. How hard is it to know exactly who you are until you get a game like this? Because the first game was, second game was, and now here it is, the real. And it's like, and your guys performed.
Yeah.
Did it go the way you wanted to at the very, very end? No, but your guys, despite all the turnovers, kept rallying.
Yeah, that was a fun game to be a part of. Back and forth. I was proud of Ty because it would have been really easy. We saw week one where he threw 5 picks and kind of went into a shell and became glazed over. But tonight he could have done the same thing, but instead he came back and threw 6 touchdowns. So super proud of him. If we get that Ty that can respond to adversity like that, we're gonna be pretty good.
Yeah.
Come postseason, he talking process, but ACS is still open too. Anything can happen, and we know that. But we just want to continue to get better at everything we do. But our receivers played phenomenal too. Derek had 190 yards. I saw Wes had 150 yards.
Goodness gracious!
I'm assuming 16 catches got to be a school record that Derek had tonight. O-line played really well. We were so small up front. And they just did a great job with Griffin Morgan, who was a brick wall coming through there. A bull.
I mean, some of these guys are huge,
yeah, they're big.
And one is a freshman.
Yeah, come on.
Give me a break.
I told Strevler and Morgan both there at the end. Thank the Lord you guys are seniors finally. Man, it's like Strevler's been out here for 9 years.
He's a redshirt sophomore, I tell you. The kid, and makes the big catch.
Yeah.
These are the kind of games that people remember for a long time. Do you want to be on the good side of that?
Yeah.
Of course you do. But, man, your guys are going to remember these things. Not all of it's going to be positive. They're going to say, okay, we hung with those guys. Yeah. We know now in the next 6 games we can.
Yeah.
I mean, now you know. Hard to know after week 1.
Yeah.
Hard to know after week 2. This kind of gives you that frame of reference. So, Coach, thanks for coming up. I know you want to get back. You got guys waiting on you. But big-time effort from your guys. Just come up a little short, and we can't wait to see how they respond next week for you.
Thanks for your guys' coverage.
You bet. Coach Mosier, again, kind enough to come up and speak with us and be joined now. This is one of those games. I mean, come on. How do you not enjoy this? This is insanely good.
Just an absolute blast. And in all honesty, I'm kind of envious of.
I gotta get you on here because I don't want to rip you off. I mean, is this not fun?
Yeah, I mean, it was an absolute blast.
Michael, this is why. This is why people want to do this.
Yeah.
This is why people want to come. Nobody cares about the yawners and the running clock. I mean, you have to play them, I suppose, but when you get an opportunity to see this, man, what a fun time.
I mean, just what you were saying, just reiterating that. These are the games that the players are going to remember.
Mercy, yes.
And
for a long time.
As well, the student sections on both ends, like this is going to be a moment that is going to just stick with them throughout their adulthood and just give them that sense of excitement and pride in their teams and their communities and their programs that they all just grow up loving so much.
Well, and as close as these two schools are, let's be perfectly honest, they're crossing paths at church. Yeah. They're sharing classrooms at schools that are around here. I mean, there are all kinds of feeder programs that come to Bluffton, that come to South Adams. There's going to be conversations held about this, and it's going to last into winter sports and into spring sports. These are the kind of things that can springboard something that just is a lot of fun to track.
Yeah.
And speaking of track, that's going to go right into your spring. I mean, there are those things that are just going to keep accruing and make the drama just increase more and more. It's hard to leave a game like this and go home and go to sleep. It's I don't know if you guys can tell it out there. We certainly hope that you enjoy the broadcast, but we kind of get geeked about this because it's just that good. All that's left now, we've got the Berne Witness Player of the Game, sponsored by FM Investments Raymond James. For investments, finances, or retirement planning, call 260-368-9939 to set up an appointment at FM Investments Raymond James. And Bluffton is the one that gets this, as they are the winners, and I know you were fighting for a particular Tiger tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it was you and I were talking during Coach Kunkel's interview, and it just seems like it could have gone any sort of way on both sides of the field as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the player who I feel like earned player of the game is Aaron Jessup for Bluffton. Aaron is a guy who has overcome an injury last football season and has stepped up and become a leader for this Tiger defense and just this Tiger team as a whole. I mean, he's got such a great attitude, but he also got that momentum rolling for the Tiger defense, getting that interception in the first quarter, coming up with big tackle after big tackle, deflection after deflection,
That's right.
especially late in the fourth quarter. I mean, he was just all over the place as the defensive back, and, Aaron Jessup, player of the game.
Well, there's a lot of people that you could give it to. Let's make no mistake. It is almost impossible to come up with the one in a game like this. It could have gone to a South Adams player in this game. We generally like to give it to the side that has the victory. But how do you argue giving it to Derek McCain? How do you argue some of these, but in this case, and again, this is my first time seeing Jessup and this entire Bluffton squad, and I don't have any reason to argue. He played a huge game, and in that defensive backfield, when you know South Adams is going to pass it every time but 5, you better be ready to go. And so congratulations to the Tigers, a huge opening win here in this ACAC conference. What a game. And if this is anything like the preview that we hope it is for this conference, this is going to be a lot of fun. Surprises everywhere. Southern Wells beating Jay County. Congratulations to the Raiders. Adams Central comes up big in their win at Muncie Central. Belmont falls tonight to Columbia City, a pretty big loss there, a pretty big margin. So hopefully, Belmont can try to get on the right side of that here. But exciting week 3, and it's just going to keep getting better.
Yeah, I can't ask for much better, and I'm grateful to have been a part of 2 of these now already this season. Yeah.
Well, for Michael Vanderkolk, and up on top, we had Brandon Trout, and, of course, Ryan Walker was with us again. Thanks so much for joining us. It has been a blast. We can't wait to join us at South Adams, at Bluffton, at Adams Central, at Belmont, all the way through the 4 schools we cover, and we hope you enjoy the coverage we provide. We also have some volleyball games coming up next week, so make sure you pay attention to the schedule that's in the Berne Witness, and you can find out exactly where we will be. For all of us here at Berne Witness, thanks so much for joining us, and until then,